Hello, everyone! Welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Nuuli that came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in. You might notice one of us is grayed out this evening, up over here. Amber, who plays Ozo, will be along in a bit. She's just a little late, and that's okay, because we like her anyway. I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. NYC Zombie just resubscribing, joining the party. Thank you so much, NYC Zomb. Taco San Mashu with the anvils. Thank you so much. It's great to see you here as well. I've got it resubscribing as well. Hype Train, baby. Hype Train.
Woot, woot, woot.
Let's get this hype train a-rolling. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Tanner is with us. He's just colorful tonight, that's all. So you get to look at his lovely art of Lunine.
I was going to say, he's not colorful.
He's colorful all the time.
He is. But specifically, his art is in frame at the moment, so that's all that means. Well, before we go around and have a round of introductions, I'm going to need somebody to roll me a D30. That's a D30, everybody. A D30. Oh, and hey, forgot, because I'm new at my job. Stand by. Stand by. Stand by, I said. I said stand by.
I rolled. I'm sorry. I rolled.
No. You can roll. I just needed to do this. All right. It's June, so happy Pride, everybody! Happy Pride, gays and bis and queers and trans and lesbians and whatever. And I guess straight people can be enjoying a happy Pride too, but you know, whatever.
Oh, what happened?
Oh no!
Mike was offended by that.
It's always the one you least suspect. There you go.
Oh, there's the heart.
There he goes. Haha.
You can join in on the Pride celebration too, Mike. We didn't mean to exclude you.
You don't have to be angry about Pride.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. My internet just shut down on me. So.
Oh, that's always fun.
Jared just changed the logo to the Pride Month logo, and as he did that, he vanished
immediately. It was too good.
Taking a firm stance on some new political leanings.
First target, now newly forged. What next?
Nope.
Target hurts, man. Target hurts.
None of that.
Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. Lunine's art is very colorful.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes. Yeah, when y'all aren't here and you're just absent, it's grayed out in your area. It's a grayed out version of your token. And when you are here and like either not feeling well or not up for being on video stream or whatever, it's just a colorful version.
Or having camera problems.
Or having camera problems, because we've all dealt with that too. Except for me, but that's because mine is a hard line, so I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. But you're all digital.
Some of us look more different grayed out than others.
Sure. Anyway, let's do a round of answering the questions and introductions. Today's deep dive character question: is there anything that can get a smile out of your character, no matter how sad they are? So, no matter how sad or contrite or down in the dumps your character may be, is there anything that will always make them smile? So think about that for about, 3 seconds. And we're going to start off introductions at the top with Sarah.
Yep, that's me. My name is Sarah, and I play Andra Greyspark, the Halfling Wizard. And, I mean, she's not really giggly and happy, or, she's not a smiler much. I would say approval from authority.
Yeah. I dig that. I get that. I can totally see that for Andra.
Yep. She has daddy issues.
Fair. Next up, we got Matt.
Oh shoot! I'm not used to going, so I didn't know I was second.
Oh, if you showed up on time occasionally, you would know that.
Whoa! Hey, shots fired.
Corvus, as we all know, is a bundle of joy. So it's going to be hard for me to pick one, but I would say I don't really know, actually. Isn't that depressing? Uh, um, watching birds. Too easy, perhaps, but
Okay, bird watching, very fun.
I don't know if that makes them smile. I don't know. Come back to me.
This is rapid fire. You're under the microscope. Watching birds it
Which
is.
It's a
one
good
of him
question.
smiles?
It's a very good question.
Next up, we've got Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Lunine the Hex Blood Fey Knight. And I think any probably the right music or food.
All right, yeah. Those definitely give joy. So I dig that. I'm the same way. Like, if you feed me the right food when I'm in a bad mood, and I feel a lot better. All right. Next up, we got Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike. I play Renata. I'm a warlock and a bard. And if you really want to make me smile, just ask for a song.
I
Fair
totally
enough.
realized that I skipped over half of the question part, which is also announcing who you are and what you play. Let me try again. I'm Matt.
No, too late.
Nope.
I play Corvus,
You're Mr.
Changeling
Green.
Rogue. And I think he's learned that what makes him might smile, no matter what, is sharing a laugh with a friend,
Aww.
even though he doesn't know he has them yet.
Fair enough. Next up, I've got to switch screens here for a moment. Next up, we've got Ozo. Next up, we've got Amber. So, Amber, introduce yourself, your character,
Amber.
and let us know. Is there anything that can get a smile out of your character, no matter how sad or upset they are?
Okay, hi, Amber. Ozo, the Way of Mercy monk. And well, I have to say, there's something about a shiny dewdrop with a little bug drinking it that makes me smile.
Oh, well, that's adorably fun.
It's kind of adorable.
Same. That would
Yeah,
make me
I go.
smile too. I think that'd make anybody smile.
Right? Little tiny dewdrop with a little bug just like chilling in the sunshine.
Yeah, I dig it.
You've seen the mouse sleeping in the flower, right?
Yes, yes. That is a little more confusing to me because, like, that's a strong flower. How is it holding the mouse?
It's a very small mouse.
Okay.
The mouse sleeping in the flower.
Physics?
Yeah. There's a
Posted
photo
in
that goes around constantly. It's like an iris flower, and there's a teeny tiny little field mouse curled up asleep in it.
Oh,
Is
that
it
sounds
really a thing that
unsanitary.
happens? What? Are you... To what? Are you eating these flowers?
Oh, you mean I was thinking like baking flour is what I was thinking.
No.
I'll put a picture in the chat. It apparently is a thing that happens a lot. There are
Yeah.
multiple pictures of this.
Yeah, I'm getting a picture right now.
No, that's all good. I get it now. I'm up to speed.
But yes, in a bag of flour would be a problem.
I was like, I didn't know Ozo was into baking. We're getting a lot of information on this one, and now it makes sense. Great. Love that for all of us. Next up, we got Mike. It's over to Jeff.
Hello, I'm Jeff. I play Selenar, an elf druid, and he really likes the sunrise. No matter how crap the previous day was, it's the beginning of a new day, and it's hard for him to be in a bad mood watching a sunrise.
Fair enough. Very cool.
Those are all good answers. I feel like I copped out.
And my name is Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. Different things make different people happy, much like real life.
Thanks for watching. Tune in
Yeah.
next week.
Fade to black.
Thanks.
And more mice and flowers.
Don't be a dick.
was great to be here, everybody. Tip your wait staff. All right. Well, all that being said, everybody here for the game, let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the Dead Ringers made their way back to Shorebank, but were forced to battle some very difficult shambling mounds. They attempted to burn the living plant creatures, but they seemed resistant to fire damage and immune to lightning. Many of the party were severely wounded and knocked unconscious, but they were ultimately successful in defeating the creatures with nary a casualty, though a few people came close. During that night, Corvus attempted to pry information out of Lunine about the Fey realm, but did not have much luck. However, that was kind of in the presence of all. While that night on his watch, Lunine woke Corvus, and the two had a discussion where Lunine realized how much Corvus does not know about his own heritage or the Fey in general. Deciding to table the discussion for now, the group completed a long rest and made their way through the final day of jungle trek to return to Shorebank, utilizing quick thinking and shortcuts that they sort of figured out along the way. And they made for the ship of Captain Turi Joyson, the Healer's Eye, which is still in the harbor, along with two other vessels. One, a very well-to-do, polished sort of looking merchant ship with like oak tree and 5 acorns on the flag. And the other, this dark, almost black colored, like aged wood, looks kind of ratty and rough around the edges ship that they haven't really investigated much, but is still there. Realizing that they forgot that they needed to row the boat ashore to get to the Healer's Eye, because it is on the other side of the sandbar. They looked around for a little rowboat or something, but that's when they heard a commotion coming from inside the local watering hole, the Clam. So that is where we will pick up, folks. We will pick up at the Clam, or well, at the beach where you all are, hearing this ruckus and noise coming from the Clam up the way behind you. What would you like to do?
Now, see here, what's all this trouble?
Whoa, Ozo has revealed himself.
Ozo will just, turn around, go, what's that?
So, you think that's important?
I actually did want to ask the man in charge inside a question before we left, so I think curiosity is getting the better of me.
Maybe someone in there might also row us out to the Healer's Eye.
Perhaps. Should we go in
you
together?
can row a boat drunk, right?
Never tried.
We need to talk to Joyce, and I'm happy to make my way out there, but I'm sort of curious too what's happening. Perhaps.
Why don't I take a peek? What kind of door is in the front of this? Is it one of those where I can see anything through a window, or do we have to like open this thing to check it out?
So, being that this ship that this community does get like big storms, there are large doors, and there are those bouncers as well. As 2 big bouncers outside. However, the big like storm doors are just open, and so what's closing off the front right now, because it's a nice day, it's a little afternoon or so, getting towards evening, are just like those like saloon doors. So there's like open top and bottom, and like you could just like, they look like they are old like window blinds almost.
So we can like peek under the door?
Yeah.
If you want to, but there's also people outside.
Oh, so the bouncers are outside. They're not doing anything about the ruckus inside?
They don't seem to be.
Okay. Corvus will go up to one of the bouncers who I believe we have met in a previous episode.
We did. We chatted with them when we were here last.
And I don't remember his name. Me too, but I also told them I was dumb, which is also true. So I'm off the hook. Corvus will go. Everything okay in there?
looks down, and you realize this is a large, like orcish descended woman. Looks like maybe orcish and Vastbin combo kind of vibe that you haven't actually seen before. And she looks down at you. She says, "Oh yeah, for sure. It's just a bit of a celebration inside, don't you know?"
No, I don't know.
Well, it seems that one of the ships has made quite a good deal with the other one. Why is this becoming Irish? That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to do like
Canadian is what I got.
I'm trying to do like Midwestern mom, and it's not working. That's my horrible
We're
accent.
going with it. We're running with it.
Yeah.
Nope. The orc is from Ireland now.
Oh well. Oh, look at that Saskatoon. Jeez. Oh well.
Warming up. Or is this in character? I'll accept either answer.
Me. I can't. This is a rough accent for me. I'm very bad at this.
It's alright. I don't even attempt anyone, so hats off to you.
No.
Okay, sorry. Chorus mode. Engage.
They're just having a bit of a celebration in there. I don't think there's too much to worry about.
Oh, okay. Well, what? I mean, I'm just curious because I don't know. Who is it? The two ships out here that made a deal with each other?
As far as I know.
Fancy one and the black one. Oh yeah, what was the deal about?
Well, I don't know what the deal is about. I'm not privy to it, am I?
Guess not. Are we invited inside, or is this a private event?
As long as you don't be causing any trouble, you can go right in.
All right.
Selenar just walks right by.
Let's do it.
Great, let's
Yeah.
go then.
Just remember, no weapons, no spells. Watch yourselves. There's a
Right.
good group now, don't you know?
Yes.
I've never met him. As Corvus says as he walks inside.
All right, yeah, and so you all enter in. And what you see is a large gathering of people. Like, the bar is pretty much full today. You see the barkeep, Skull, pouring heavy rounds of drinks with like a few wait staff kind of like helping out. And like the wait staff are obviously people who like he hired like to do this, either with beer or something. They're not like trained serving masters, you know? But so the bar is like ruckus, and there's like there's a lot of like rough-shod individuals here celebrating, clinking, couple disparate groups like starting to like try to sing like various shanties or songs, and it's conflicting and it's not really getting any traction. You know how like one table starts singing like Rock You Like a Hurricane randomly, and like another table is singing, you know, Home on the Range for dumb drinking reasons, and it just does not work. That's basically what's going on.
It's just loud.
Renata,
You can see
it seems they could use some direction.
I hear you.
you can see at one of the central tables there is a halfling, well-dressed kind of individual. Some of you would recognize him as the captain from the ship with the acorns on the flag. You would recognize Captain Rudibert Grandspark. And he's smiling. He's got his black hair, very well-dressed appearance. He seems to be having a lovely conversation and is clinking drinks, mostly with a short, one-eyed human woman, maybe like early 30s, like a copper tanned skin, like elongated eyes, and like seems to be like long, flowing, black, silky looking hair with like a streak of red like right down the middle. Whether it's natural or dyed, you don't know, but she seems to be quite jovial as well. Everybody go ahead, give me a perception check. See if you notice anything else around the bar with all these characters and and craziness going in.
Could I, at the risk
Nope.
of losing out what's happening around the bar, could I check out how Andra feels upon seeing the captain of the...
Andra is looking at the small of everyone's back and notices nothing.
Yeah, you can make an insight check on Andra if
sorry.
you would like.
I'll switch that up. Apologies. Well, look at that.
Great. Corvus, Andra is purposefully avoiding looking in that direction. It's very obvious. She is looking anywhere and everywhere but that person, and so is not seeing and noticing much of anything. Renata and Corvus,
I actually rolled a performance check, so it should be an 11, not a 15.
Thank you for your honesty.
Sorry, I was thinking about performing.
Sure.
I want to get on stage.
I mean, they're, one after the other.
Well, I'm gonna keep Corvus's perception check as well. So Corvus, Ozo, and Lunine, the three of you notice that, like, amidst all the hubbub in here, there seems to be one individual who is kind of like keeping his own, like at the far corner of the bar, and not really, pardon me, engaging much in the celebrations. Even though it's very warm out, this guy seems to have like a cloak over him, and it looks like kind of bulky, presumably masculine in form. You can see with the hood kind of pulled down, he's got like messy long brown hair and like sunburned skin, and like a long scraggly beard that's like streaked with gray or white or something. And he's just like keeping his eyes down, like in his mug, like as though he wants to be surrounded by people but doesn't want anyone to talk to him. Ozo, with a 17, you notice that there seems to be something like, you notice that the cloak is obviously covering like these bad, like the reason he looks so bulky is because the clothes are covering armor. And you can see that there seems to be something hanging from this guy's neck, like some sort of symbol or something that's like half tucked, like up and away, but you can see the chain like hanging down and then back up to wherever the thing is tucked away.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like the most kind of out of place person that you all notice. Everyone else seems to be very involved in the drinking. I will say the three of you also can tell that there is what looks to be a freshly signed parchment agreement on the table that is drying with the Captain Rudibert, or Merchant Rudibert, and this woman who's drinking with him.
Cool. Ozo is going to quietly appear at the corner of the bar with the bulky, cloaked figure.
Okay. You scamper off and quietly make your way there.
Great.
He does not acknowledge your presence in any way. He just keeps nursing
That's
whatever it is he's drinking.
Ozo's gonna watch.
Okay, go ahead. Make a perception check. Or an investigation check, if you want. Either one, you'll get...
Perception is fine.
Okay.
I'm not really staring. I'm more going down there, seeing what I can find, which is nothing. 8.
Yeah, getting up this close to him, you can tell that he smells like he's had a rough go of it. Like, he smells like booze, and a lot of stale booze. You get the sense he's probably, like, either new to drinking and has kind of gone overboard, or he's habitual at it and just doesn't care anymore.
Cool. I will still linger there.
Yeah, but that's all you notice at this moment in time. Anybody else want to do anything? Hood up for Andra.
I would like to approach Captain Rudibert.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the thought of the smell of stale beer made me a little nauseous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I was like,
Thinking about it.
God. I don't miss those days.
Well,
You were gonna say he looked rough, like he'd been on the road for a while, and I was like, none of us can be in great shape either, considering we've been in the jungle for a week.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rudibert, for what it's worth, is very well kept and smells quite nice. Well, he's got a floral kind of perfume or something about him. And you've met Rudibert before. You were on his ship, if I recall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
Ozo, right?
Ozo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you approach, and he lights up, and he's like, "Ah, Mr. Lunin, so nice to see you again. Please welcome. Allow me to introduce my good friend and business partner, the Captain Janaya Fierceheart." And she kind of like looks you up and down, gives you a little wink. Well, hey there. You are quite the interesting individual.
I get that a lot.
I see the points of your ears and the points of the, what is this, crown of brow of trees upon your head. It makes me wonder what else you have that is pointy.
What?
No.
Watch.
No. No.
To which Rudibert goes, "Ha ha 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 ha! The captain. She's very funny, isn't she?"
Yes. Funny. That's the word I would use for it.
Now, my good friend Lunin, you've been gone for some time, I feel. I haven't seen you around with you and your friend Ozo, yes?
Yeah, we were handling some business in the jungle. Which now that it is concluded, we're at a loss of work at the moment, or any real direction. So I was curious if you were headed somewhere like a port city or anything like that.
Actually, yes, we are. Because of this new deal with the good captain here, we have successfully offloaded our lumber here at Shorebank in her gracious care. And she has promised both business contacts and protection on the way through the peripherals to Madanat, where I have never been before, in Hessian. Is that a place that would interest you to go?
Sure. That might be a nice surprise.
I have never been. I've heard it's a beautiful city of sand and marble and gemstones and spices, and it's this desert continent. It's pretty new. It's only been around a few hundred years. I can't wait to see it.
Yes, one of our party members, I believe, he's mentioned.
Oh,
Has Renata mentioned it? Like, I think very briefly. He's never explained anything about it. I think you just said you were from.
From Hessian?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely mentioned it. I'm trying to think about how in
Okay.
depth we got to it, but
I don't believe you got super in depth with Lunin,
yeah.
but I think it's just been mentioned in passing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well,
I'm certainly not hiding it.
I'm always happy to have someone aboard who knows the locals, of course. It always helps out, even with the good captain's recommendations. Indeed. There's nothing quite like having a local around to help you find your way and know what's what.
Certainly has been respectful towards me. That's for sure.
Well, if you and Ozo are bound for that, I am certain we could easily find a room for you aboard ship.
It would be much appreciated.
I did not imagine Ozo was from Medinet, but I suppose such things are not unfamiliar. Or is... Oh, wait, no, there's more of you, yes?
Yes, there's 6 of us.
Oh. Very good. 6 I think we can do. It might be a little tight, but now that we've got the lumber off the ship, we'll just might take on a few more provisions, and we'll come to a respectable fee of transport, I think.
Yes, aside from working our last passage to pay for the passage, we were the protection last time. I have some money. I'm not from here, as you can see. I don't necessarily know how much your currency goes for.
Well, certainly sweat equity is a thing that I appreciate, so I'm sure we'll figure out something. But now is the time for drinking and celebrations. Please, you must join us. And all of your friends, yes?
Sure.
Wonderful.
Lenine will motion for everybody else to join. At least who's looking.
While that conversation has been happening, Selenar is already at the bar.
Andra has probably followed Selenar.
Cool. So the two of you up over at the bar, you've got Skull. It takes a few minutes to like come over to you, but he sidles up. Ah, y'all are back. What'll it be today, huh? See, you made it out of the jungle alive. Good for you.
Glass of the grog, please. I missed it.
Ah, very well.
My recollection is that they serve nothing else, so...
No. As a reminder, so he's got a beer made from bananas that he calls an ale.
Yeah.
And there's a local spirit from distilled coconuts and papayas that's called swill. So those are the two local things. They're each 5 copper. Imported spirits and ale and rum are pricier.
I don't recall what I drank here last time. Let's have some banana beer. Why not?
All right, 1 nanale. There were 2 nanales, or did you want the swill? Looking at Selenar.
I have a note that Selenar liked the grog. Or was that a different bar?
That was a different bar.
My booze notes are not complete.
Yep.
It's all right.
Swill, please. Swill.
All right, 1 swill, 1 nanale. All right, and he pours it out. The nanale is just brewed out of a keg, so... And the nanale comes from what looks to be a coconut that has had a papaya glued on top of it and kind of pours it out. All right, 5 copper each.
I hand him my 5 copper.
Mm-hmm.
I throw him 10 copper and don't ask for change.
He raises an eyebrow. All right, you come back when you need anything.
I raise my turn to Andra, and I'd say I raise my cup, but it's more of a lowering of the cup.
I will clink my papaya with his.
Yeah. Well, your glasses are just like wooden mugs.
So it's a
sorry.
mug.
It got poured out of the papaya, not served in the papaya.
Yeah, the Selenar's swill got poured out of the papaya coconut thing. Yours came out of a keg.
Gotcha. I will clink my stein with Selenar.
Mm-hmm.
To
I'm going to,
surviving your first adventure out of civilization.
barely, but sure. I'm going to continue to face the bar, by the way.
Yeah.
It certainly was a little rougher than usual.
Yeah, it was,
But-
not a fan. Can't say I like it.
Makes the good times better, though, wouldn't you say?
Maybe? I'll, reserve judgment on that till we get back to the good times.
Corvus, what are you up to in this meanwhile?
I don't know. Real life me stepped out for a second to get a bag of laundry. Would Corvus have been close enough to hear Lunine talking to the captains, or is he not?
If you wanted to go up to them, you could have.
When he okay, well, let's say that he saw that happening but didn't listen. When he waves over to us to come over, I'm just watching our party, I guess, at this point, and I'll just be like, "Hang on a second," and I'll motion that I need a drink, and then I will go to the bar.
Okay.
I'm assuming on the way back I see Eleanor and Andra.
Yeah, you
basically still at the bar.
Yeah, they're at the bar, so you can sidle right up next to them.
Seems like you had the right idea. What are you having?
Some banana beer.
No thanks. Is the grog good here? I say to Selenar.
I'd recommend the swill. It's quite good for a less than appetizing name.
Jared, this is not the place that had the dark ale thing, is it?
No,
Am I also getting my bars confused?
you are
Yes.
also getting your bars
It
confused.
left such an impression on us that everyone were like.
This is very much an island bar on an island where people just like survive and like don't want to be found.
Fair enough. Swill
Yep.
it is if the bartender comes around.
Yeah, Skull comes over, heavily muscled, barrel gut, 7'2", 350 pounds easy, purpley blue skin, deep blue markings, and vibrant green eyes. He's like, all right, you want some swill? You get it. 5 copper.
I will lay down the 5 copper, not
Yep.
a penny more.
Yep. He passes it over to you, pours it from the same strange vessel. Make it myself.
All right. Cheers to that, Corvus says, and he takes a sip. I would like to now roll a constitution check. I'm just kidding.
I mean, it is aggressive and harsh, but distinctly sweet on the back of the tongue, but it does burn your throat a bit.
Let me ask. This will be a fun question, maybe. Corvus has probably been in all of the seediest bars in the Darien.
Mhm.
How does this compare to their offerings?
It's definitely rougher. In terms of flavor. A lot of the places you've been to have served cheap ass rot gut and you're kind of used to it. This is harsher. This is obviously roughly made locally. It's not bad, but it's not like someone has spent years perfecting it. It's like someone figured this out and just keeps doing it. It's like moonshine, I guess, is the best real world
Nobody's died of
corollary.
it yet, so it must be good enough.
Yeah.
I think Corvus's first sip is like, sorry. It's pretty good, actually. You just gotta give it a second.
Well, it's designed to be swilled in your mouth and drunk down, and that's it.
It's strong. It's strong. I've had some.
Well, thank you. I try.
I'm gonna take it slow in those. I say as I sort of turn back to just watch what was happening with Lunine. I sort of lied to him. I'm not actually going over there.
Cool. Renata, what are you up to?
So, is there music playing?
There's no actual music playing. It's just
Drunk people singing.
disparate groups are kind of trying to start something, but nobody's really winning.
Okay. And if I remember correctly, I've played here
Yeah.
before we ventured out into the jungle. I had a successful time here.
Mhm.
So I'm going to make eye contact with the bartender and kind of give him that look of, Hey, I'm back. Can I play?
Yeah, you catch Skull's eye, and he just kind of motions like, "Yeah, go."
Great. I'm gonna head up to this stage area, and I'll pull out my instrument and I'll start playing.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Make a performance check. It's very loud in here, so to like kind of garner the attention of, so like this is more not for your skill necessarily, but how much attention you get.
Mm-hmm.
And with a
That's nat 20.
nat 20, it's very much that scene in like every movie where it's like a loud bar and then there's a sudden strum, 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 and like every head shuts up and turns, and Renata just begins playing this song, this energetic, vibrant song. What is the song that you play here, Renata?
I will be playing something from my my hometown in Hessian. So I'm not sure if anyone has heard it, but it's really popular there.
And the popularity
They'll love it.
traverses cultures, apparently. You see a few people actually recognize it and do start singing along and like stamping their feet and clashing the tables with time to the song. And pretty soon, by the second or third verse, everybody's got the chorus going and everybody's having a good time, and the bar is going wild. So the rough and tumble crowd is like having a go of it. Lunine, you've turned around to like motion to your friends and find that most of them are at the bar. Renata is now leading this song over on the other side. And Rudibert looks at you and says, "Oh, is that one of your friends?" Pointing over to Renata.
Yeah, he was the one that performed here last time, the one that you enjoyed.
Oh, of course. I forgot, of course. Yes.
He would be joining on the trip as well.
Well, excellent. Could always use a valued entertainer for those long, quiet nights aboard ship.
Yep, and then Lunin will just kind of motion in the direction of the shady ne'er-do-wells at the bar.
Priorities.
The rest of the lot.
What?
They're antisocial.
Oh, they're just getting drinks, which is social lubricant, don't you know? So I'm sure they'll be socializing in no time. What's their abilities and stories, huh?
Well, one is good with magic. Well, nature magic. He can also do some healing. The other one, she lights things on fire. And some other stuff I don't really understand.
A battle mage can be useful on a long voyage.
Yes. And then Corvus is just good with a short bow and sneaking around, and really good at. He helped a lot with the ropes in the last voyage.
A capable deckhand addition is always welcomed aboard ship, of course.
And then Ozo's good at punching, healing, and I think also is helping with the ropes.
Regular jack of all trades, as it were. Sounds like a very capable group you have assembled, Mr. Lunil.
Well, we survived so far.
Most impressive feat. And you see the captain that he's talking with, Janaya Fierceheart. Looks like you are quite the group of intrepid adventurers, huh? It is very interesting to know that you will be traveling with my good friend and ally and business associate here. I do hope that everything goes smoothly for you.
Insight check.
Make an insight check. Of course, my protection will extend for my entire fleet. So as long as you fly my flag, you'll have no problems, good Rudibert. You get a sense that she is impressed with the makeup of your group. But you also get a sense that she is like sizing up your capabilities by what you're talking about. Not necessarily in like a predatory way, but in a it's good to know what people can do kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she does not appear to be like actively like trying to pounce on you. You do get the sense that she's not lying when she says, or when she's talking about her business association with Rudibert. Like, she intends to have her fleet protect him and his ship.
Cool.
Yeah. Ozo, you are at the bar with this individual, and he looks like he has drained his cup and is like trying to get the attention of good Skull here, who is busy pouring like a bunch of drinks for one of his waiter staff people.
Okay. Ozo will feel brave. No, Ozo won't feel brave.
Okay.
Are you like rolling
Um,
personal dice? Like, if you get a 6, Rosa.
Just sort of like in my head, I'm like, well, how brave is Ozo?
Like to sing?
Ozo is like super happy in the introvert corner is really what's happening here.
Well,
Trying to think if Ozo would say hello, but no. I think
Where is Ozo?
down at the
Ozo's
far end of the bar with the bulky.
with the bar. Are you the
cloak.
same man that like Corvus and Selenar and
No.
Andra were at?
I think opposite
Oh,
end.
the opposite end.
Yeah. I think Ozo
was
will
like, have you
also
been
wait
here the whole
patiently
time?
until the attention is gotten so that Ozo can also get a drink. But
yeah.
I do want to like look at the person a little more closely while they're paying attention to something else.
Yeah, you see, like, he, like, gets up and, like, leans and kind of, like, waves his arm and goes, Skull! Skull! Which Skull turns and kind of acknowledges. As he does so, that chain around his neck falls out. And you catch a glimpse of it. And it looks like, before he, like, tucks it back in... under whatever his tabard is. And what it looks to be like an upward pointed sword behind a round shield.
Okay. Do I have any concept of, what that might relate to?
Yeah, you can make a religion check.
Wow, I know the alphabet. 14.
Yeah. So this is a symbol of one of the deities of Nuuli. It's one of the... pardon me. One of the more uncommon deities. But it is still one of the patron deities. Because there's different groupings. There's 3 different groupings of deities in Nuuli. There's the patron deities, who are like the good-aligned creator style deities. Then there's the oppressor deities, which are kind of the opposite. But there's also the pacifist deities, which there's fewer of, but there is a number of them that sort of stay out of conflict and just focus on their job. this one is one of the patron deities. You recognize the symbol. It's uncommon, not in that it's not well known. It's just that not a lot of people like flock to this religion because it's a little weird. But you recognize the symbol of the honored champion. The honored champion is a god focused on like justice, honor, war, and valor. So like fighting but with honor, and like generally a lot of the faithful do things like administer justice to like far-flung communities that may not have like law folk, like that kind of stuff. They're also known to join in righteous causes for battle. They are aligned loosely with the Church of the followers of the Commanding Tempest. But the Commanding Tempest is more about competition and like challenge, whereas this one's about like there are rules and this is how we follow it, and you must honor the rules and you must honor the spirit of the game. And less games and more like battle and justice and that kind of stuff. So it's a little rigid generally. So if he's a follower of this god of some degree, maybe, and drinking out of his gourd, there's probably some kind of story there.
Cool. Well, if Skull comes over, Ozo will also get a drink.
Yeah.
What is he drinking?
He's drinking the swill.
The swill. Ozo will try the swill. Ozo has not had the alcohols.
Ever?
All right.
Maybe. Alcohol is medicine.
Oh,
There's
don't
also
try the swill
fabulous
then.
banana beer.
Yeah, you are brought your skull 5 copper, little friend.
Okay.
5 copper for you too. And you see he kind of like fumbles 5 copper out of his pouch. And Skull goes off, having served you. He's very busy, so he's like moving and shaking a lot of hands here.
For sure. What is happening here? Oh, I can't remove 5 copper because it can't do the math. Of what?
I can relate.
Oh,
Oh, you can just turn 1 silver into 10 copper and then do it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
No, stop it! Oh my gosh, why are...
Is this an imperial or metric system of currency?
yeah. It
I'm not
doesn't.
sure.
It doesn't do. It doesn't do money math. It's definitely metric.
Yeah.
It doesn't do money math? I just subtracted 5 copper a second ago, I thought. Did it not subtract?
It does if you have copper to subtract it from.
Right. It doesn't
Oh, I
convert
do.
copper to silver.
I keep it less than
Anyway.
100 copper at all times.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't... Anyway.
I only do that now. I did not with Spook.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink quietly next to this person and put out my listening vibes that Ozo has when Ozo sits a little too close to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't
Sneaky
say
friend.
much. It's mostly a lot of like, ugh, this stuff is horrible. But he keeps drinking it anyway.
That's fine.
Um,
Ozo's doing their best to be inviting, but is also a -1 charm type.
make a straight charisma check.
Oh boy.
-1 charm type. 11!
Pretty good.
Hey, that's above average, actually.
You see he kind of like looks down after like noticing you from one of his swigs and kind of is like nodding and is like, and just kind of like raises his mug and kind of drinks more. Seems neutral to your presence at the moment.
That's fine. I will cough every sip I take. Little tiny...
Yeah, it's rough, isn't it? But You get used to it.
Do you?
Drink enough, you get used to anything. Ugh.
Selenar is wandering over towards Ozo, who he has never seen at the bar before.
Yep. How are you drinking, by the way? Are you removing your mask, your lower face mask?
Just a little.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So, Selenar, you approach.
I do the same, lower my now almost totally empty glass to halfling toasting level.
Oh, hello, Selenar. This stuff is interesting.
Interesting is definitely the right word. Congratulations on surviving the jungle.
Oh,
I hope we
yeah.
do it again someday. Survive, that is.
Oh, it wasn't the worst jungle. I mean, I could imagine.
Have you been in others? I realize I don't know much about you at all.
Oh,
I pull up a seat if there's like a stool available.
Yeah.
Ozo has now gone into deer in headlights. Didn't realize they were talking, and then now understands this is a social situation.
So some drunk just fell off his stool at the bar and is like passed out on the floor.
Great.
You have a stool now. You have acquired plus
Available?
1 stool. It's like we gotta treat this like the old like text-based anyway.
I know, that's so funny. Well, I mean, you know, just nature is there.
Clearly have been with Corvus a long time. Are you from Mandarian as well? If I'm asking too forward, I apologize, but we have been together quite a long time, and I'd like to know more about my companions eventually. But I can come back another time if it's better for you.
You know, just, yeah. Darian is where I met Corvus. Blink, blink.
How'd you meet him? I try to wave the bartender over to get another booze.
Yep, easy enough to do. He eventually makes his way over, fills you up.
More swill.
Walking around.
I send him. Is Corvus visible in the room?
Do you need some backup?
As at this moment, Corvus is still at the bar.
I think
Oh.
I'm on the opposite corner, just watching the inside of the room, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on the bartender to see if he gets a break, but I don't think he's going to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
he's
send
very
a
busy.
message to Corvus. Corvus, come over here. In like a friendly way, not like a get over here.
Corvus
Street fight.
recognizes Selenar's voice, but then like does this like. The only person that's talked in his head, I think, has been Ozo. Corvus is like. Do I see
Yeah, I
him?
can do it too. Come over, I have a question.
Okay.
You can
Does
reply
this
to this
work?
message.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
I don't reply to him.
Well, you'd have to cast it again anyway.
I don't.
It's castings that you've already made, so bravo. Okay, does Corvus see Selenar? Probably hard to miss.
Yeah, like he's the
I'm
only
not trying
elf
to
in the
hide
bar.
at all.
Oh, I mean, the bar. I don't know how long big the bar is, how crowded it is. That's why I ask. I'll walk over.
Yeah, most of the crowd is like at the tables in like the larger half of the bar, like carousing and singing along to Renata's amazing performances.
Hell yeah, nat 20, baby.
Andra is still with Selenar, Corvus, Ozo at the bar as well.
Okay,
We
so you,
just followed
so you follow after Corvus?
I went with Selenar when he went.
Okay, great. You're just standing there awkwardly.
Yep, with my hood, my cloak hood up in a dark bar. Yep,
Corvus walks
100%
over to
drinking
Selenar.
banana beer.
And goes, hello? What was that?
Thank you for coming over. I just realized I don't think I've ever known how you and Ozo met, but she seems rather quiet about it. I don't know if I'm pressing too hard.
Yeah, it was terrible. There were a lot of deaths, and we don't really like to talk about it.
I fell out of a tree.
I'm just kidding.
Blinks.
I'm just kidding.
Continue blinking.
Well, you've met Cash at this point. It
Such
seems
as
that
it was.
It seems that he also, probably in a similar way to how he found you and Renata and Selenar, he introduced me to Ozo and Andra here, and sent us on a mission together.
Oh, so Andra knows Cash as well? I didn't know.
Yeah, Andra was there. Cash likes to find people of, unique abilities, I guess, and test drive them, so to speak. So we had a little test run before the mission in Cliffside. But I think... sorry, I'm going to step out of character for a second. Ozo and I had been running together...
We've been working together for a little while.
Before, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So Ozo will... sorry. I was gonna say. But before that, I guess I was introduced to Ozo first. We were doing some missions together for a little while, just the two of us, sort of spec ops. I think the idea was that Corvus wasn't sure. Cash wasn't sure if I'd survive on my own, and Ozo here has some healing skills. So yeah.
Oh, so you didn't know each other before you worked for Cash?
No. Cash has introduced me to all of you. Outside of that, I really didn't. I just knew the usuals in the guild, which I guess maybe Ozo is becoming a usual. Not in the guild yet, I suppose, but shrug. We had some... I don't know. We just been working together, yeah, enough to know that we got each other's back, and neither of us died. Is that what you wanted to know?
Permanently.
Well, I just was asking Ozo where you came from, how you grew up. I mean, I feel like so many of us... I'm obviously an elf, and you know the Causeway and my story, and we've all been together quite a while, so I'm curious. But it can wait for another day.
Well, I'm not from Endarian, but I grew up in a little...
Just outside, right?
Yeah, little village. Endarian being the only really city around. I guess I've been there longer. I was trying to do some math in my head here. About as long as I lived in my hometown. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not much. I know kind of the underside of the city, so to speak, and I really only met people through my work. Although I must say, I'm not trying to give Ozo a big head or anything, but you're definitely my favorite work companion. I didn't really get along with a lot of the other guild members I was teamed up with.
You can see the tiniest hint of blush at the edges of Ozo's mask, just under the eye.
Up.
But
Perception
Ozo still
check.
looks deer in headlights.
Do I notice the blushing with a dirty 20?
Whoa!
I'm
Yeah.
not hiding it, aside from the fact that I have a mask on the
Well,
lower
you have a
half.
mask.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Selenar, you also notice that the guy next to Ozo has stopped drinking and is paying attention to your conversation.
Introvert corner is being ruined. Alert, alert.
How about you, good
It's-
sir? You seem interested in our conversation. What was your life before this
now,
bar?
now
Wow, you
I'm
call him out.
Hell yeah.
love that.
Hell yeah, my dude. Selenor's like,
He's
what's
an
up,
elf.
bro?
Fucking
You say you're from the Verdentious Causeway, the elves.
Corvus rolls his eyes.
On
That is
Johanna.
true. I don't make any attempt to hide it.
Fascinating. You're the only elf I've met from there.
You met elves from other places?
There are not many that leave. A recent phenomenon, as I understand it.
Yes, there are elves elsewhere in the world, of course. But Johanna, it's mostly the Causeway. It's proper that you've started venturing forth, I guess.
How about you, good sir? Are you local from this island?
No one's from this shithole. I'm originally from Johanna, but more recently from Hessian, Madanat.
And whom do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
You see, he kind of pulls back a little bit. Make an insight check. Or a persuasion check, I guess.
2.
A
Cool.
14.
He's
I'd
a,
like to be listening.
he's a little unsure of how he should answer your question. Make a persuasion check, Selenar. And you could have advantage.
That's great, because I just rolled a 3. I shall try again. Oh, a double 3.
Ha ha!
Excellent.
Awesome.
That's classic Selenar move.
You're so persuasive, Selenar.
He's not really trying to be persuasive. He's just like, hey man, what's your name?
Yeah. And you see, he's kind of like, well, my name doesn't really matter that much, I suppose. My previous profession was no longer welcome, and so now I'm here.
Wow,
It's an odd
it's
thing
quiet.
to say.
Yeah, Selenar does not know how to reply to that.
Is that how a lot of
Well-
people ended up here? Corvus says.
Nice to meet you, the one without the name.
This is a place where people generally come to not be found for a while. It's difficult to locate, and people keep to themselves because of it. I ended up here by happenstance. I've been here about a year.
Well, then why do you stay? If you hate it so much, call it a shithole. There's a whole world out there to find out.
The world is not as welcoming as it once was. And my calling has been shattered a bit.
What kind of calling? Is this a religious thing?
You say that, and he kind of eyes you, and he's like, and if it was, what would that matter?
I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Kind of hard to make out what the gods are thinking these days, huh?
Ozo will mutter some about high phrase. Or what is it called? And
The Oaken Father?
where's my thank you. Some Oaken Father phrase is what Oza will just mutter an Oaken Father phrase. You know, like leaves of cycle, death, nature words.
Sure.
I'm really poetic right now. I'm sorry.
Generic religious phrases.
Insert phrase about leaves and seasons here.
Ozo selects religion. Yeah, easy enough for Ozo to do. You see, he kind of raises his eyebrow, and says, "Huh. Not many keep to any sort of faith on this place."
We haven't been here long.
Indeed. And it is at that moment when a new group enters, and you see Captain Turi is flanked by a few of his crewmates with a smile on his face, and he calls for drinks for his crew. And everybody in the place just kind of shouts, "Yeah, drinks!" And now another celebration has appeared.
What they're celebrating.
Yeah. Turi sees
Maybe they
Lunine.
need to lift back to the boat.
Turi sees Lunine and walks right up to you and says, "Ah, Lunine! You and your friends are back! How fortuitous!"
Yeah, we had just rolled back in. Not 20, 30 minutes ago, maybe?
Ah, wonderful. Rudibert, hello. Oh, hello, Captain Joyson. It's wonderful to see you again. And then Turi looks at the other individual and says, "I'm sorry, I don't believe we've met, though our ships have been a bit a ways the past week or so. Captain Turi Joyson." She nods and says, "I've heard of you. Captain Janaya Fierceheart." And she kind of smiles and makes a interesting grin on her face. And he's like, "Ah, well, nice to put a face to the name, I suppose." Pleasure, of course. "Lunine, my friend, come, let me buy you a drink." And he kind of guides you away from the table to buy you a drink. Lunine, glorious news. We've just heard from Corin. She and her party have acquired a large amount of what they were seeking, these medicinal herbs that she can only find here, apparently. And she's on her way back. She should be back within 2 days. Were you and your friends able to find word of Barl?
Yeah, Barl is a statue.
We left him in the jungle.
We did get him back from the pyramid, though.
Oh.
The only thing is, he's at the edge of the swamp because we can't carry him.
Oh. I see.
But if we find a way to reverse the petrification, the wizard said he should be fine.
Petrification. Well, I know Corin has many skills, but I don't think she can undo turning one to stone.
Yeah, that one evades us as well.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we can find someone here. Maybe there's a cleric on this island somewhere.
Maybe that fierce heart captain?
Oh, no. She is decidedly a pirate. Rather rough to do one as well.
Alright, well,
Yes.
we
She's actually one of the rare few who have more than one ship. She's got 4 that sail under her, my friend.
she did mention something about them and the other captain going to Hessian and him having to sail under her flag on the voyage.
Interesting. I suppose they must have made some sort of protectionary agreement against potential pirate raids in the peripherals.
Yep, but they said Hessian is a good port city, somewhere that could give
Certainly.
information or direction for our next leg of our journey.
Oh, well, certainly, if that's the way you want to go, I'm not one to stop you. You're
you
always welcome
have a-
to return to Laurentian with us.
That is another option. We haven't discussed any. I just spoke with them. I haven't discussed any of it with my party, so we would have to see.
I will say, Hessian could be quite the adventure. I've never been myself.
It sounds interesting. A place covered in sand.
Yes, one of my brother's friends has mentioned some interesting things about it, although I don't know if he's actually been there. He's more of a sedentary type, but he reads a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, either trip, I can present it to my party and see who has strong feelings towards what.
Of course, of course. Well, as I said, Corian's will be back in a few days with her party. We received news just a while back. And so you needn't make a decision on my account until then. I don't know what Rudebert's plans are, but if you choose to go that way, it's certainly been a pleasure. And I appreciate your news of Barl. I'll have to have him acquired and maybe hopefully find someone who can fix him.
Yeah, we put a big magical looking flower by it, so it's kind of hard to miss.
I don't suppose you might know directions or have a map or something?
Selenar's better with that.
Ah, very good.
Yeah, they told me a little bit about Hessian, but why don't you tell me a bit about Laurentian? And then, I already...
Yes. Well, Laurentian is
somebody else.
it's a very glorious place. And he begins telling you all about how Laurentian used to be run by a bunch of different, like, ship captains, and now they've all kind of solidified under one, Commodore Crassity Cates, who is now sort of the, like, captain of the entire city, and has done quite well in that respect. And just starts talking about Laurentian. So, Renata, you have performed a few songs that the crowd is, like, very hyped up about.
Yes.
Are you just going to keep playing? Or are you going to do anything else?
I mean, I think I can keep playing if the crowd is like feeling it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to feed off the crowd's energy, and I keep playing some more songs.
Yeah, you keep going. How about our group at the bar? Anything fancy going on with you?
Ozo will continue to be quiet and turn redder and redder as the swill takes hold.
Corvus is a little sussed out by this.
Does he have the Asian flush?
Maybe.
By this. That's funny. No, Corvus does not. I don't know, eavesdropper. So I'm gonna move to the other end of the bar in the hopes of maybe catching Skull in a moment.
Yeah, you can catch his attention.
Is he still busy though? I mean,
There's a little bit of a lull at the moment.
Okay.
We're not singing
Corvus.
a ballad. Everyone is a little morose.
Oh, good. Perfect timing. Morose. Yeah, Corvus will catch his I and whatever, and say I'm gonna do a mix it up this time. I'd love to try the grog and compare.
There's no grog.
I don't have
There's
grog.
swill
Oh, what did you have? There was swill.
and banana beer.
You want to try the
Banana
Nanale?
beer? That was only 2. Okay.
Yeah, the Nanale, unless you want something imported, which is a bit pricier.
How's the now? I know one of my friends over there tried some.
It sells.
Okay, swill it is.
All right. It all depends on your taste. I like them both.
Well, fuck it. Let's try the Nanelle.
All right.
Same price?
Yep, 5 copper.
Listen, I got a question. This may be a bit weird. I'm not really sure how to ask it, but it's not really anyone to charge in this town, is there?
This is a town, is putting it strongly. This is a place where pirates and criminals and those who want to be forgotten about or hide come. There's no one in charge here. I'm in charge of the clam. What I say goes here. Out there,
Seems like a pretty popular spot, the clam. I'm sure you see probably anyone that comes into town, I'd have to bet. I'm going to use town with air quotes this time.
mm-hmm. I know most
So-
folk to a degree.
Listen, I've got an employer back where I'm from that sort of deals in information. And I understand that probably a lot of people that come here are Anglo, maybe a little secretive, but I don't really know the specifics of what he might could offer you. But he's looking to expand some of his operations a bit, and I think getting to know someone here that is well versed in this little place might be something he'd be interested in. Please let me know if this sounds offensive in any way as a sort of proposition, but
I don't mind a good business deal, if that's what you're talking about.
yeah, he also deals in shipping and trading and
Hmm.
all sorts of stuff. It seems like having a spot out of the way might be something he'd be interested in, and he'd be looking to make some sort of probably partnership with a local, if you catch my drift.
All right. I'm not opposed to those sorts of things. I don't have any scruples about it or whatever, but as long as I come out ahead as well, and a mutually beneficial arrangement can be made.
He is very fond of mutually beneficial arrangements, I'd say.
And where exactly are you from, and who exactly are you talking about?
Quick sidebar. I want to say when we made this shipping arrangement with the rugs to Cliffside, Cash was going under an alias. Is this something that Corvus might know of? Does he have like a alias he uses for new business transactions?
He has an alias he uses for like legitimate ones, but that's not what Cash wants you to make.
Fair. And Cash wouldn't mind me using Cash as the, like, he needs to, that's what he's known as.
Yeah, if he's known out here.
Sure. Okay, well, I'll just tell him straight up then. Yeah, well, I come from Mindarian, and Cash is the name of my employer.
Hmm. And this organization you work for, they got a name?
Actually, that's a very good question. Do we have a name?
Yeah, you do.
This whole time?
We
I've
have
just
a
been
name.
calling it
No
the
name.
Thieves
Never
Guild,
thought
but that's a
about
very
asking.
Bethesdian thing for me to do.
No, you absolutely know the name of your guild is called The Price.
Oh, of course. Okay.
I
Sorry.
just joined up, didn't ask what it was called.
I've had a, round or two at this point. Yeah, says Corvus. The price.
Hmm.
Everything has a price. It's kind of our motto.
Well, maybe we'll get a decent price here in Shorebank.
I think it would be beneficial to the both of you in some way. Although I'll certainly let Cash work out the details.
Yeah, and you can you can trade whatever information is appropriate.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm pretty sure at this point Corvus would have at least thought of a way to like.
You would know like what to do to like
messaging.
get them in
Yeah.
in contact. So yeah.
I'll slip him a piece of paper
Mhm.
with a coin on top.
Yeah.
1 silver.
Yeah, he folds the paper over the coin and like tucks it away. He says, "Good to know. I look forward to exploring an arrangement."
I hope it works out, and yeah. Cheers if I ever find my way in Shorebank.
Everyone's welcome here because no one here is welcome anywhere.
Speaking of, I understand you may not want to give out unwarranted information about folk. Should we be at all concerned about the gentleman that's sitting near my group of friends at the other end of the bar?
He looks over and he kind of like scoffs a bit. Connor? All that guy does is drink since he showed up here a year ago.
Interesting. Sounds like he's not terribly fond of this place, but perhaps he's not got anywhere else to turn, huh?
That's the story of many men here.
Well, just trying to keep some of my slightly more ignorant friends out of trouble. So I appreciate the tip. If he's nothing to worry about, I'll let him be.
As far as I know, he's never even been in a fight. Not that I allow them in my bar, you see.
I must admit, and Corvus will laugh a little bit, I was a little worried when I heard the commotion when we came up that there was something rowdy happening, but it seems like everyone's...
Rowdy's one thing, a fight's another. A fight can cause trouble and damage my stuff. That I don't approve of.
The fact that there don't seem to be many fights here is yet another reason why I approached you. You seem like someone who keeps a certain level of order around here.
That's right.
Well, I'll probably grab another swill before I head out, but thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to bartending. I'm going to leave the bar and go back to my corner, the other corner.
Yeah. So time passes and you all are able to eventually reunite amidst the various parties and celebrations going on here in the Clam tonight.
We're still in the Clam, though, right? We're just
You're
having
still
our
in the
last drink.
clam.
Yeah.
We're in the clam.
So you've all
Ozo is
you've
herded
all
away
come back
from-
together in the bar. What do you do?
Okay, I've been herded.
Lenine,
Well,
what did you
What are we
learn?
doing? Where are we sleeping?
I have 2 propositions for you all.
Oh, proposition.
I'm sorry, am I here as well? Did I stop playing or
Everybody is
Nice,
together
yeah.
now, yes.
hey everyone? Okay.
Okay.
The bar is in tears over the lack of entertainment. But
Eventually you needed to get a drink of water or something. And here we are.
only you are mortal
Water.
after all.
Is it
Water,
still horrifically loud
please.
in here?
It's loud, yeah.
Should we maybe have this conversation outside where we don't have to shout?
Why? Are you trying to hide from something?
No, I'd just like to be able to hear. What?
The man at the end of the bar was awfully interested in us. I'd rather not discuss our plans around him for sure.
Are we still within earshot of this gentleman, Connor?
I guess not.
Okay.
If you don't want to be, you don't have to be.
We don't want to be. Don't like him.
Ozo will be dragged wherever because Ozo.
Alright, then we
is
can go
present.
outside. I don't.
Let's just find a corner where we can talk. I think that's the ultimatum.
Yeah.
Um,
Ozo, as you like are herded with your friends, this individual next to you just sort of like slumps over the bar as he's drank so much that his cup kind of like rolls off of it.
Classy.
No.
And Ozo, you see that that necklace, that pendant, once again kind of like fall out.
Cool.
And when he falls to the bar, you hear the sound of like armor falling over and hitting a bar.
Yep.
Which
Cool.
nobody else notices because it's so loud and crazy in here, but you hear it because you've been paying attention to him.
Great.
It's kinda like
Okay.
a fallen
Cool.
paladin.
Ozo will be herded, but we'll keep half an eye
Yep.
there.
If we get out of range after what Selenar said, Chorus will reply, Connor is his name. Bartender says he's not really much of a threat, so I think he's fine. He's apparently been here a year and all he does is drink.
And he's not necessarily somebody I don't think all of us could take. Anyway, I have there's 2 possible places we can go next.
Do either
One-
of them involve a bed tonight?
Maybe if you let me finish. So we can either go with the lovely captain that we came here with and go back to the airport city of Larenton. That's back on Johanna.
Yeah,
I
it
think
sounds
that's what you
good.
guys call it. Or we can sail with the other captain, the one with the big merchant vessel. They're headed to Hessian. I
What's
thought that
there?
would. I thought that could be fun because I thought Ronaldo's from Hessian. It's all
As
new
he
to
had,
me.
as you mentioned Hessian, Renato was taking a swig of his drink, and on that word Hessian, he just sprays it out.
Full spit
Spit
take.
Yeah, just a full spit take. And so- let's stick with the first choice, Larenton, please.
What's wrong with Hessian?
I mean, if the local says we don't want to go to Hessian, I don't think we want to go to Hessian. I'm inclined to the guy who's been there.
Look, Hessian is nice. It's not exciting. Not where I'm from, at least. And I just came from there, and I'm trying to expand my music, and it doesn't help if I go back to the beginning. I had to
Right.
keep going out, exploring new places.
Yeah. Well, I'm down with that too.
I just thought you might enjoy the opportunity to visit your home, but
There's nothing
Right.
left for me there.
Anyone ever been to Larenton?
Renata, your pocket begins to feel warm.
like when Renata says that too, Lunin's just gonna kind of scowl and walk out of the bar.
What is going on here? Says Corvus.
Apparently, he made up his mind.
Ozo's
But
just
what-
gonna keep looking at the lumpy guy.
What is or is not in this place that people do or do not want to go to? I don't understand. Like, why is it so hard for us to? Should we flip a coin?
They're both new to me. I'm
If it's
happy
a
with either.
one-sided coin,
Oh,
yeah.
look, I mean, everybody already said the Larenton, so Lunin's just walked out of the bar, probably headed towards the other captain's ship or the.
But like, we don't
choice
even know
ship.
where's he going? We don't know where the rest of this. What's happening?
I thought
I
this
don't
was
know.
a conversation.
Excuse me a second, and I'm gonna walk away. But I'm gonna go to like. I'm sorry, we were outside, right? Like we had just stepped outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we stepped just outside
Yeah.
so we could talk.
So
How
I'm gonna
far-
step just right back inside, and I'm gonna reach into my pocket. I'm gonna pull out the note and be like, "Oh, freaking hell! This better not say Hessian." What does the note say? What is the
So the note,
say?
yeah, the paper reworks itself, and some of the letters like unscramble, like,
Mhm.
and you see a name appear on it, Book of Tales.
Hold on, double checking my background and my character backstory.
You are
Control F.
you are unfamiliar with the name.
Okay.
But your pocket began feeling warm the minute Lunine said we could go to Hessian.
I stuffed the letter back into my pocket. I look up at the ceiling and just like let out a big sigh. I say to myself, what the fuck? Now, do I see Lunine in front of me? Like, he went back inside, right? So,
Well, Lunine is walking towards the ship.
walking towards the ship. Okay.
So quick.
I'm gonna
So
Wait, but
go
the
back
ship is still
outside and be
floating.
like,
One at a
The ship
time.
is not in port.
Well, it is,
So
but you have to
I-
grow out to it. So,
I'm going.
Yeah.
Jeff, go.
So Lunine walked towards the dock. Renata walked back into the clam.
Mhm.
So it's Selenar, Corvus, Ozo, and Andra just sort of standing in an awkward circle for a second. And as this, like, they both walk in opposite directions, and Selenar just says, "Does anyone know anything about Hessian or the other option?
No, I don't know
I don't
what.
know anything about either."
What?
No. All I know about Hessian is that Renata doesn't want to go there.
And it's at this moment Renata comes back outside.
Corvus says,
hey
"Wait a
guys,
minute."
hey guys, I changed my mind. We should go to Hessian. I realize it probably is best for me to go back to the beginning because going back to the beginning will help me with my music. So
What
That's
is?
a sudden
Straight up.
change.
let's do it.
Straight
Let's
up
go.
insight check. 'Cause
Make an insight check.
What is happening?
What is a
21.
Keep up,
what
Corvus.
is
Uh,
a passive tell me?
With
Corvus is dumb.
what's your passive?
It's easy to play.
15.
So with a 16, he's changed his mind for some reason. You have no idea why. Selenar, he's changed his mind, but like his whole like to make my music better, that is a crock of shit. Like he's
You're already the best.
he's got so much talent already. Like
Aw.
so like that's a thing. For as far as you know, he's the most talented performer you've hung out with ever or seen. And he like
Probably true.
and he was adamant that he didn't want to go, and he goes in the bar for like 5 seconds, comes back and says, "Nope, changed my mind." Like that's weird.
It is
Yeah.
weird. How far away is Lunine? Can you still hear me?
He's maybe like 70 feet away.
That's a long way.
So shouting.
I only have
He's
a
a
movement
fast
speed of
walker.
40. Yeah, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But he's just walking. Like a movement of 30 is like running.
Okay.
Power
Been here a
walking
long time.
over.
Wait, says Corvus. He calls out to Lunine.
Also, you're in New York. Do you know how fast I could get in 12 seconds?
Listen, that's how I was surprised to that woman today that I kind of freaked out because she was walking fast and she probably thought I was following her and she was probably trying to run away.
Been there.
But we live in the same place. Anyway, yeah, Corvus calls out to Lunine. Oh, by the way, sidebar, Matt has been trying to get into character. Corvus is probably drunk by now, and so I'm working on it.
Great.
Does Lunine respond to Corvus saying, "Hey"? Corvus might take a few steps forward too, like away from the door.
What?
Come here. I think we need to talk, all of us together. This is also very out of character for Corvus. Like he would never say this, but swill.
Swill.
Does
I'll
Lunine
let that one
return?
slide. Lunine will walk back.
Did you say that out loud? Oh, you know what? I choose peace today.
You all
Choose peace today.
gather together once again to continue this discussion. and that's where we're going to take our break.
Thank God, I have to
all
piece of
right.
that.
So
Good time for a break. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
wow, great. All right, so we'll come back after this short break with maybe some clue as to what the hell is going on here. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Hello, everyone. We are back. Thanks for sticking with us as we took a short rest. So, the party has had a bit of a. The party has two choices in front of them: Hessian or Laurentian, which are on disparate continents, and there was staunch desire to not go to Hessian. Until Renata's pocket began to warm at the mention of the place. In which case he excused himself, came back, Lunine was marching off, and so now the party has rejoined, and Corvus is demanding that there needs to be a discussion and a talk must be had.
We all have to pass a Corvus check before we proceed.
All right, but
Everyone
guys,
roll initiative.
our stuff is all still on Joyce's boat, right? Like, should we go there like for the night at least?
No, like you all have all your stuff. You don't have like piles of luggage.
Can you imagine? We're like waiting on a train.
I
Like,
brought my matched luggage.
Her Royal Highness's matched luggage.
Yes.
Gosh, how drunk is Corvus? I'm gonna say Corvus is drunk. This is the only way this makes sense. Okay, we all back.
Princess's matched luggage.
Constitution check.
Corvus is loud.
Eleanor
Okay.
has no opinion. He has not been to either, doesn't really know anything about either.
Listen,
He is just listening to the discussion.
we want to talk about where to go, but you walk off and then change your mind, and no one what is hashing. No one knows, but we're not acting as a group, says Corvus, and it's starting to get to me. Everyone's got a secret, and we don't like to talk about it, and it's fine. I respect the privacy, and like Corvus is like, maybe slurring some words here. He's had a bit. The swill hit hard.
Swill will do that to
He's
you.
been swilled. He's been swilled. And listen, and like I'm looking down at the dirt like the whole time I'm saying this, but I like after I know everyone's here. I'm like, and listen, I'm sorry I went through all your stuff because I needed to know that I could trust you, but I'm pretty sure I can. No one's tried to kill me yet, and
We might now that you've gone through our stuff.
Well, listen, I'm gonna, and since Andra spoke, I'm gonna start with you. Listen, I'm sorry. I don't know what you've got against the ship over there that has the same insignia as the signet ring that you have in your stuff, but if you need to talk about it, you can let us know. If you need protection, you can let us know.
What are you doing in my stuff?
It was a calculated risk. Also, I've got your feather, okay? If you need to find the fucking dead rat, I've got your feather. I've tried to hint that to you, but like, I just wanted to make sure you weren't going to blow us up.
No good without the dead rat.
I can help you with the feather at least. I'll give it back to you. I don't care anymore. I just needed to make sure you're not going to blow us up. But it seems like you don't have a clue what you're doing either, which is fine. I think. I'm pretty sure it's not intentionally trying to kill us, which is all I was trying to figure out. And you, I'm going to point to Renata. I've decided. I went through your stuff too. I'm sorry. I know that things are weird right now. I thought we were getting somewhere. I'm sorry, okay? If you don't want to talk about it, I get it. Everyone's got a secret. I just thought maybe you had a similar experience that I could relate to, because I feel like I'm under the thumb of cash all the time, and the guild is the only thing I've known. And you, I don't even know what to think about you. I'm looking at Lunine now. I suddenly find out like 2 nights ago that we're somehow the same thing, and I don't know what that is. And last night you just talk about how you want to use me like I'm some vassal or something in your court, which I do not appreciate and is not going to happen. And I thought you wanted to get home. I don't know how to do that either. I'm here for it, I guess, because I want to learn more about it. I don't know if Hessian's the answer or whatever the other place is. And by the time I get to like Selenar, I'm like, and honestly, I didn't go through your stuff at all because you never were a threat to me. And yeah, I can't relate because you're pretty and everyone likes you, and I kind of hate that. But you're cool. I like you. And Ozo, like I'm running out of steam. You can tell. We should know more about each other, considering how long we worked together. And I don't. When Selenar asked these questions tonight, I realized I really don't know anything about you. And that's okay. I trust you too, but like, if you ever need a friend, I'll listen. I don't know. All that to say is, I think we got a good thing going. I want us to work together. So where the fuck are we sailing to?
I don't know. I'm somewhat suspicious. Renata was the only one who's been to Heshen. He said absolutely not, and then suddenly changed his mind, which makes me a little concerned. I think we should go with his gut reaction of no fucking way.
I'm gonna look at Lunine and go, did you want to go to Heshen? Is that why you walked away?
Lunine, Lunine is very upset. Like, he is seething. You went through my things without my permission.
It makes you feel better. I didn't really find anything that was useful.
That doesn't help.
Matter. You think you have the right to go through people's things? You know what
like
that?
a good idea
You
at
know
the
what?
time.
You know what we do to people who do that in my city?
I'm
lose
aware.
your
I go
hand.
through people's things all the time. Just not like, it's part of my job. Listen, I didn't know any of you. I know Cash brought us together, but I just had I just had a moment of paranoia, perhaps, and I just wanted to make sure no one was secretly working against him or me. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
Okay, well, human or fae, you talk to people. You can also send spies, but that's the court.
You're kind of looking
You're
at
not
one.
the court. Yes, but I'm far from home. I don't expect you to be going through my things ever again.
To be honest, I didn't know anything about you. I really don't
care. You think I went through your things and I didn't know about you?
Well,
I'm in a whole new world. I didn't go through any of your things.
Fair. I understand why you're upset. I am.
It's pretty rude, frankly.
Yep. Fair. It was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was on the ship. The second time.
We've been on a ship for months.
He did tell you, and he didn't have to tell you.
I don't want to have any secrets, and so I wanted to. Well,
he also apparently stole things from me, so
I didn't. Yes, I did. Here's your feather.
I will take the feather back and stuff it in my component pouch.
I am tired of hiding, I guess, and I did it out of fear, and I'm sorry. So I wanted to come clean. And you know what? I don't think everyone knows this either, but like, if we're coming clean, this is Drunk Corvus getting a second win. The mask has probably been off long ago at this point.
What does he look like?
He looks like Corvus, like the regular Corvus, but it looks like, I can do this. And he looks like, oh God, I'm trying to think of, it's getting hard to do random. I need to roll a dice for these.
You need to be though.
You can also look like people you've met. Like, that's also a thing you can do.
No, I know. That's why I'm like trying to pick one at random. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna suddenly look like the guy at the bar, Connor, who was talking to Ozo.
So you see as Corvus's skin ripples and grows, and all of a sudden he's got this long, mangled beard and matted brown hair with streaked with white in the beard, and like this haggard look upon his face, like he's been drinking for a long time, with like sunburn face, like 40s human looking guy.
I think when it happens, Corvus kind of like has a tiny sobering moment, realizing what he's done possibly in public, and he changes back like.
Corvus, make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Ozo, has a thought to send to Corvus.
On a 4, Corvus, you go to shift.
Oh, no.
You go to shift back to normal Corvus, and you get stuck halfway without realizing it. and you have stopped thinking about what you want to look like, and you all see Corvus's skin goes blanched white, his hair goes blanched white, his eyes become large, round, black orbs set in against this like silvery gray white skin. And Corvus, you realize for the first time that you are yourself as an adult. And you all see this.
Can I roll a
Dude,
no
that's
shit?
fucking creepy, but I mean, big whoop-de-doo. I cast disguise
Lunine-
self and look like
Lunine
Corvus.
does
Normal.
that like thing that they do in anime where they like bop their fist on their hand. That's what you're supposed to look like.
Corvus puts on his mask as fast as humanly possible. I don't know if sleight of hands needs to happen here, but like...
No, you can fumble your mask back up.
So when Andra says "bug whoop de doo," I disguise self all the time. I say with less volume just to Andra. That's what I told him and changed into an elk.
An elk?
Ship
I thought it
shifting.
was a cat.
I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was.
I'm
You were in
now
my
cast
lap.
disguise self, and I look like Corvus normally does.
Okay.
Ozo thinks to Corvus, this is what we're doing now. We're telling secrets.
Corvus looks... Is Corvus
Thinks
just...
it directly to Corvus.
Corvus just like does like a... Yes. I'm sorry. Where are we sleeping tonight? Says Corvus, dejected and defeated.
Not on the ground.
Corvus sits on the ground. Seems fine here.
Well, I assume we go talk to the other captain. We get transport to Hessian.
Do we need our stuff?
Apparently, we have our stuff.
Renata, what did change your mind so quickly?
Yeah, is something going to kill us in Hessian? I mean,
No, it's a very safe area.
are you luring us all to our deaths?
That's why I went through your stuff. Says Corvus, muttering.
We have been
I
together
issued
through thick
dagger
and
eyes
thin.
at Corvus.
Andra looking like Corvus
dagger
glares
eyes.
at him.
I understand what you did there.
No, it's like I said. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. Maybe what I need to do is to go back home for just a little while and get back to my roots.
But
I
you
Plus,
walk
want
up.
to be
I
against
walk up to Renata
5
and I
minutes
like
ago.
put my hand on your shoulder and I say, Renata, you have saved my life. I am your friend, but I don't believe you. But we can go to Hessian.
I kind of want to go to Laurentin.
What's in Laurentian?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
But
I
it's
have no
not-
pressing reason to go to either.
I don't either, except that 5 minutes ago, the guy from Hessian said, let's absolutely not go there, and I'm a little concerned that he has suddenly changed his mind.
Ozo will think to Andra, I don't think your family will be that mad to see you, will they?
Andra as Corvus is going to completely ignore Ozo.
That is a shock.
Fascinating. All right. I have thought it directly into your brain.
Corvus is still sitting on the ground. Looking...
Ozo, as you think that, you are looking out over Ozo, as you think that to Andra, and she ignores you in kind. You look out over the port, and you swear you see a spectral figure hovering above the ship with the merchant ship.
Is it that one?
It looks very similar. It's a long ways off, but it's that same glow, that same aura.
Huh.
And then, like, after you clock it for a few seconds, it, like, wavers and fades away.
Cool. Oza will note that. And say
Looney, what is in
nothing.
Hessian for you?
Nothing really. I just thought it would be a good next stop on the trip. We have no other direction, though.
Corvus?
Big shrug. I
Well, then it seems the only two with opinion is Renata and Andra. So you two. Where are we off to?
Question.
Are you sure? You were very against it just a few minutes ago. What caused this sudden change of tune?
I told you. I need
That
to
was-
empower my music, and a trip back home will do just that.
That's a load of bullshit.
Ozo slowly raises their hand very quietly, still vaguely looking over at the ship.
Yes, Ozo, question?
That ship looks nice. We visited it. It looks comfortable.
Out of character, is that the Hessen ship?
Pointing at the Grand Spark ship. Yes, going to
Yeah,
Hessian.
the Grand Spark merchant ship, the Unbroken Bow.
Well, I hope it's unbroken. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Get out.
I mean, it's inside the sandbar, so, you know, the fact that it hasn't run aground is probably notable.
Well, all these ships are big enough that they are on the far side of the sandbars.
Oh, everything's outside the sandbar. Nothing is actually in port.
Correct.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought they were in port and only Jason's was outside.
No, there's no like docks structure here. There's like a shambly little dock that like some rowboats are maybe by, but
Okay.
yeah.
My bad.
Mhm.
Very good.
The tender port.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
I want to go on that boat.
I mean, I'm sure it's a very nice boat.
Well, so far I'm hearing a lot more Hessian than Laurentin.
Seems to be the way.
Sorry, Andra.
I mean, I don't really care about one city or the other. I'm just concerned about your sudden change of heart.
I suppose we'll found out about that on the way.
Cool.
And Zelenar just like shoulders his bag and starts. Well, I guess the captain of that ship is in the bar, right?
As
Yeah.
far as we know.
Yeah.
Looney talked to Reddelbert.
Rudibert.
Rudibert. Engelbert Humperdinck.
So who do we inform? Rudibert's inside. I didn't talk to him. Looney, and you talked to him. Does he know we would like to catch a ride?
I mean, everyone in there is drunk.
Yes, I already expressed some interest, so I would just have to confirm with.
I think we go to bed.
I think that's it.
We go to bed and talk to them tomorrow. Ozo has sat down by the end of this, feeling a little lightheaded.
Is it just Corvus
Isn't
and
it
Ozo
like
on the
2
ground?
p.m.? It's like lunchtime, isn't it?
No, you all spent enough time in there. It's now like it's dark out. It's like 9 p.m. The party's still going, but
All right, I thought it was more like midnight. So, but still, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
We all understood very different times of day.
We
yeah,
would perhaps
you got
not
you got back to Shorebank like early afternoon, and then like in the bar for a few hours. So here we are.
Sure. We are perhaps not the most cohesive communicators in this group.
We're working on it, all right? We're trying.
Maybe
very
if we
good
stopped
at it.
Hence
ransacking
the
our shit.
outbreak. outburst? I don't know. I don't know
Anyway.
the words.
Ozo's gonna take their hammock and go curl up.
Outside the bar?
Just like there's random trees around on the edge of stuff
Mhm.
on the wateredness. Ozo doesn't have complicated needs.
Sure.
This seems like maybe not the best place to camp. Not that I know anything about camping.
Go outside. It's fine. It's fine. Where are we going then? Didn't we do that the other night?
Going-
We just like wandered over to some open space and set up camp.
I assume. God, what's his? I need to write this down. Captain Grandspark. What's the first name again?
Rupert.
Rudibert. Here, I'll put it in chat for you.
I
Andre
just
just
need to write it down.
Andre is just
Captain of
feeling
the
increasingly out of control and is
Yeah.
just kind of like, aha.
And through Lunine, you find out that he's not technically the captain, he's the commander of the ship. The captain works for him, or, well, specifically his father and his family. But Rudibert is
Doesn't know
like
jack about sailing.
is making the decisions about where they're going and what they're doing.
Right.
But Lunine, you can return inside and talk to Rudibert. He's more than happy to offer you all passage, and the details can be worked out on the morrow. Lunine, after you have this discussion with Rudibert, you see that Skull kind of waves you over.
I go over to Skull.
Seems to me that you've been on a little mission for Captain Joyson lately, yeah?
We were.
And you came up against a bit of a... between a rock and a hard place, as it were?
One could say.
Well... I think, if you're interested in getting rid of that rocky terrain that you've come across, you should talk to that one. And you watch as he kind of slightly nods his head towards the end of the bar, where this individual, this like scraggly looking human with a cloak on, is like passed out, half bent over the bar.
Ozo's late night plan.
Ozo's
Ozo
new
has a
pet-
late plan. Ozo is getting lightheaded and wants to sit down, but has a plan.
Thanks for the tip.
I appreciate your friend's lively entertainment here. It's really done wonders for my sales. So don't say I've never done anything nice for you.
Perish the thought. Well, have a good night then.
He just nods and goes about getting drinks for whoever's still drinking. So you all can move off to some place if you want to, like, not be in the center of all this vivality or whatever you want to do.
There was some spot that we found that was like at the edge of stuff that was adequate for bedding down the first time we got here, so
Mhm.
Ozo's gonna go for the same place and get set up.
Okay.
Well, I guess one more night.
I was really looking forward to a bed, guys.
Captain Joyson is still in the bar, right?
He is.
Yeah.
Everybody-
Selenar wants to go say goodbye to him and thank him for his hospitality on the long journey. Very formal elvish thing.
He's very appreciative of it, and he's like, "Oh, well, it was absolutely a pleasure getting to know you all. I hope we cross paths again someday. I take it this means you're going to Hessian. Well, be safe, have fun. If we ever meet again, make sure to let me know. And thank you for getting... Oh, Lunine said you might have a map to the Statue of Barl?
Oh. Happy to oblige. And I just pull out the journal and flip to an empty page. And I just say, okay, so we're here, and here's the coast, and then you walk down this way, and you go around the big tree and find the giant lake, and then don't get eaten by the octopus, and then go 300 steps, and there he is.
Ah, well,
And then tear
quite
out
the
page
adventure.
and hand it to him.
Thank you. It doesn't seem too dangerous a trek. Maybe I can make it with my crew in the morning before Corian and her squad get back.
It was like 2 days, wasn't it, out of character?
Day and a half, 2 days, yeah.
It is a fair walk. It took us 2 days or so from the pyramid to here, so that's a bit of a journey. But I do wish you luck and pleasant sails and calm seas.
Thank you. Great.
The end.
Great. So you finish up your goodbye situation. You can all turn in for the evening.
If it's not
Sounds
too late,
well.
I'll stay up a little longer.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll go
In the
back.
Selenar just
bar
goes.
or in their campsite?
Sorry, what?
What's that?
In the bar or in the campsite?
In the bar.
Cool. All right. Yeah, so you're in the bar. It's lively. This Rudibert is still there, along with the captain's Fierce Heart. As well, you see Captain Joyson is with his crew having drinks.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, Rudibert, this little halfling, well-dressed, black hair, kind of calls you over. My good bard, you are quite the skilled individual.
Thank you.
Yes, twice now you have set this entire place to ruckus and rumpus. It's been absolutely wonderful. You are very skilled.
Ruckus
And Rumpus.
and
Rumpus, I'm not familiar with. But Ruckus.
I thank you for the kind words, Captain.
Oh, I'm not the captain of my ship. I own the ship. But the captain works for me.
My apologies.
Oh, it's
As
fine.
I back into the bartender for another glass of whiskey or something.
Okay,
Well-
if you want whiskey, it's 5 gold.
Oh, there's still in this banana beer.
And did my performance garner any
You've had that free drink already.
just one free drink
Yeah.
on a nat 20?
You made
Something like that?
you made a 1 performance roll, and you were drinking the whole time. So those hours you were performing, you were drinking for free. So
Fair. Okay. 5 gold it is.
okay, great.
Yeah.
Cool. He's like, yes, your friend Lunine tells me that you and your group will be joining us for our trip to Hessian.
That is correct. And boy, what a marvelous adventure that will be. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Ah, we should be fine. Apparently the journey's not very long, and the good Captain Fierceheart here, she has agreed to offer protection of her fleet and ship as we leave this rougher area of the peripherals.
Good. What is your estimate as to the time it will take to get there?
Perhaps
2 days, 5 days.
Oh no, perhaps 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, sorry, I totally underestimated or overestimated the length of that journey.
Well,
2 3 weeks. Great. And then you plan to stay in Hessian for a while?
Well, we will be having to make introductions to people and meet people, and my family has never set business dealings that far south before, so it'll be a first. But I have it on good information that wares such as we have would be quite valuable there.
Absolutely. And like as he says this, like Renata thinks back to a time where he spent hours in his life, like down in the merchant's dock, just looking at all the merchant ships come in and unload treasures and whatnot. Business would be good for you.
That is the hope.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, wonderful. I look forward to your. Hopefully, you will give us a few performances while we are aboard ship. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely, to help pass the time and bring on the good cheer aboard your ship.
Wonderful. I would be greatly appreciative of it. A little fun and culture on the high seas. We've had a few people who are, sailors often take up an instrument, but nothing like you can do.
Thank you. It's been many years of practice.
I can imagine. So, Lunine tells me that there are 6 of you. I think you are now the 4th person I've met, officially. I don't think I've met the tall one, and apparently there's another magic user as well.
Let's see. So you met Lunine, of course, and me. Perhaps I'm sorry.
Or maybe I've only met 3 of you. I've definitely met Lunine and Ozo. They were aboard my ship.
Lunine and Ozo. Okay. There's
Lunine said something about a nature wizard and a battle mage.
Yeah, the nature wizard would. That sounds like Selenar. Top of the class, nice guy.
And an elf,
no
if I'm
secrets.
correct. Yes.
Yes, and an elf as well.
Ah, wonderful.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Corvus. You can trust him.
The battle
I'll
mage.
probably lock the door just in case, but you can trust him.
Oh,
That
Nothing says don't trust
Wait
him more than
a
you can trust him.
that
Oh.
seems contradictory in nature.
No, he's a good guy. He is. He's trying. You can trust him. Believe me, you can.
Just maybe don't leave your stuff unattended.
You're not there.
Just one. Just one time.
Unless you want to be there.
I gave it
No,
back.
Okay.
No, I've gone to the campsite.
Okay.
I'm done with this bar.
Great.
While this conversation's happening, Selenar might be talking to Joyson still, if it is convenient for RP reasons.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
You
can
tell me, I don't care.
Yeah, you can still be there.
Andre's definitely grumpy about it, but has definitely gone off to the campsite with Ozo and bitching and moaning the whole time about wanting to sleep in a bed.
And so that's
So we'll say
Selenar
around
and
this-
Corvus. Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Yeah, and then there's Andra, who, if you have a rat problem on your ship, she's the gal to fix that problem.
Andra?
Mage / rat exterminator.
That's amazing. I have a sister named Andra.
Battle mage / exterminator.
Really?
Yes. My sister is also named Andra Grantspark. She is off studying with a very powerful wizard named Imolad, actually, at the moment.
She sounds fascinating.
She's
I'm gonna ask the bartender for another round of whiskey. I'll gladly pay the 5 gold pieces again for this. Tell me more about your sister.
well, we always got along very well. My other brothers and sisters, big families, siblings don't always match up. But Andra
Right.
always, she wanted to help and be part of the business. But father decided that she was smart and ambitious and would do well studying magic, and so off she went. She was
all roll up about here.
Sure. And she was always a little... Well, some might call her standoffish, but I never personally had an issue with her. But she's very smart and quite capable.
Am I right?
What does she look like?
Well, it's been some time since I've seen her, but, halfling like me. At the time, she was long black hair.
She currently looks like Corvus.
You cut that out. That's my look.
She's... and he basically describes a halfling that looks a lot like the Andra Andra Greyspark. Selenar! Hello.
Rudibert, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Your friends have been telling me so much about... between Renata and Lunine here, I've been hearing all about you. I was just sharing how fortunate it must be that one of your company shares the name with my own sister.
Fascinating. A coincidence, I'm sure.
What else could it
I'm
be?
gonna look at Selenar if you say just feel
My sister is currently studying with a very powerful wizard.
There it is.
And Selenar doesn't know really any of that, right? Like, that's the big secret. I don't want to spoil it
No, Andra.
on stream, but I don't even think that Selenar knows that she went to magic school at all.
Yeah, I don't think you were there when it happened. You might have been turned into stone during that episode, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he
Oh,
knows
God.
this at all.
Easy out. I'm just gonna
Okay,
start
great.
being like, I was turned to stone that episode.
So,
Spent some time as a statue for tax reasons.
very interesting. Do you know what kind of magic she was learning?
I believe it was...
There are many...
Yes, I believe she was studying enchantment under the great mage Imolad. Very interesting character, that one. A frog person, believe it or not. I've never met anyone like him, really. Not that I ever actually
Perhaps
met him.
someday.
Father handled most of the negotiations, but...
Perhaps someday I'll have the pleasure. My magic comes from a much different source, although I'm honestly questioning where it comes from at all recently, but that's a conversation for another time.
Oh, yes. Lunine mentioned that you were a nature wizard of some kind.
Yes, a druid from the Causeway.
Ah, yes, I see.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of time for demonstration.
Of course,
I
of
wanted
course.
to introduce myself and thank you for the accommodation.
Well, it is a pleasure. I look forward to finalizing all the I's and dotting the T's, and it's the part of the business that is a bit boring but very important.
Were you and Andra close? Are you close?
God, I can't let it go.
Yes.
I love that you just pointed directly into the camera when you said it. You and Andra close.
I mean, yes, after a fashion, we got along well. We were solid relation with my sister. Yes. Why do you ask?
Okay. Well, I'm just comparing our Andras. They're so alike. I mean, of course, ours is a rat catcher and yours is at school. But aside from that, they sound very similar. I guess I just want to know if all Andras are alike. Maybe it's something in the name.
I don't know. Are all Renatas alike?
There's only one.
There's only one and only Renata.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
You're not there either.
You
I
set me
know.
up.
I'm so sorry. I'll steal your thunder.
Our Andra is an enchantress of some renown. She's definitely powerful,
Huh.
but not at school, obviously, unless there's a hidden grand wizard on this island.
This is
Tripping
hilarious.
is-
Well, the rumors are that the Grand Pyramid houses a very powerful wizard.
I say there is in fact a grand wizard in hiding on this.
That's true.
We have had the we've had the pleasure of meeting Trast, and
Oh, and how was that?
how much time do we have?
You can
That's
extol
funny.
as much as you
Let's go back
desire.
to this Andra, sister of yours. Did you say she was forced to go to school? Or that her
Well, no, not force. I mean, she was interested in doing it. My father encouraged it because she was intelligent and she was, had the aptitude, and she wanted to help the family. My oldest brother is the heir, Siegfried. He's very loyal to my father and learning the business. Dutaria, she is. She and Andra did not get along very well. They were, two sisters very far apart. It's not, Theodoric handles much of the on-site stuff. He's more of a woods person sort of deal. He's that kind of a fellow. And then of course there's me. I am obviously out here doing some outreach for the family. Andra is our youngest. She is,
the baby sister.
Well, yes. Well, most of the business roles had been filled, but she was quite intelligent and quite good at little magical trickies and whatnot. And so my father thought that she should be applying herself and doing more than just be a decorative little wallflower for the to decorate the family tree, as it were. So off to study she went.
I'm sure she's doing splendidly, being from such a illustrious family as yours.
My father has worked very hard at building this business with my mother.
Became German.
His accent has come out more as he's been drinking. It's like he's trying less hard to be like everybody else.
Marriage. Sorry, different accent.
That's what brings us together today.
Yes. We are from Sorbonne, like my family. Very, very prosperous.
Oh. Where's
Whereas
Sorbonne?
the mercantile family.
Yes, we most of our business is, of course, in ironwood, which is, you can't get a stronger bit of timber on all of Nuuli than the ironwood. And it is a long way away, but it is west. No, wait, where am I? No, it is east from Johanna, across the ocean.
Well, perhaps someday you can take us there. As you can imagine, elves have not been many places, so it's all new.
Well, Sorbonne once held a thriving elven populace before the breaking. However, some many hundreds of years ago, their holdings sank beneath the waves. and most of the elves of Zorban sank into the depths of the ocean. Very sad.
So it was a dark time for everyone, or so I'm led to believe.
Oh yes. But that is why I'm looking forward to going to Hessian, for where half of Sorbonne sank, Hessian rose. And so to travel to this new place, this very island we were once on was once part of another continent. But it broke apart in the breaking, and most of it sank. And the poor Feline, some were out and about and so survived the breaking, but the continent that was once here housed the homeland of the Feline, and so the Feline homeland is lost to time beneath the waves as well.
Fascinating. You don't happen to have any tomes on this topic on your ship, do you? I'd love to read more about it.
Oh, unfortunately no, but home is where my studies took place. But perhaps such knowledge exists in Madanat.
Perhaps. Well, it is late. And I suppose we have a busy day tomorrow.
Yes. Well, you both go well, yes? And I will see you on the morrow where we can finalize details.
Where can we find you on the morrow?
Oh, my ship, of course. The unbroken bow. She is a fine vessel.
It appears so.
I, for one, cannot wait for all of us to meet you.
Well, I've met most of you. I just 4 down, 2 to go, I suppose, and it will be a glorious time. Don't worry, we will have...
The last 2.
I don't know what you're getting at.
Third.
Andra ghosts the party forever. New
Yeah.
character. Cool. So Selenar just leaves the bar, and my intent is to just wander down the beach to where our first campsite was, and hope other people are there.
Yeah, you find everyone who wants to be there to be there.
Which might be nobody, but that's where Selenar's going,
Yeah.
because we didn't talk about it.
You find Andra and Ozo there, definitely. Renata's back in the bar. Lunine and Corvus are donde.
Are you asking or telling?
With everybody.
I am asking.
We're at the Donde. It's the bar next door. El Donde.
Okay, great.
Hey.
So hours pass.
Oh, never mind.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna make a emo joke. I would be there, slightly outside of the light, staring off into the ocean.
Okay.
I've done that. There
yeah.
may or may not have been mushrooms involved.
There was a lot of swill.
Eventually, everybody ends up back at camp. The party dies down. You can set watches or not, as you wish. But most of the populace was in the bar getting their drink on. So there's a lot of people just passed out on the beach and whatever.
Yeah, if the weather's nice, I'll most likely do the same.
Mhm.
Great. Ozo.
Yes.
The island is dead. Everything is calm. What would you like to do?
Ozo will slip out of their hammock and back into the clam to
Mhm.
go find that bulky Conaner figure.
Yeah, you find Connor has been propped up against a wall near the bar at this point. It seemed to like free up bar space. He was moved out of the way. But he is snoring.
Cool. Corvus. Ozo will walk up, and I keep doing that because you keep typing in the chat, and I see your name, and
I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'm leaving.
no, it's
Bye.
And my brain can only process anyway what it sees. Just gonna walk up and do a little like smack smack, but it'll be a hand of healing to try to like give him a little oomph, pick him up.
What?
Didn't roll, but whatever.
Oh, hello.
And face awkwardly close. Ozo will like pull up the medallion and just say, if you make a place for yourself, I think that it's not all done. There are a lot of people who might need some help at the Ziggurat.
He slowly grabs the medallion from you, tucks it away. What are you talking about?
Sometimes being alone is good. But if you always feel like the swill made me feel, I think it probably has stopped being good. And I think I'm finding that the world isn't done with faith. And I think you can find purpose again. There are a lot of people that need help by the Ziggurat. And I think you should be able to do things like I can do, so you should use them.
Do you think that I came here to escape my god?
No. You said your calling was dead. It's not. You're not nowhere.
My calling.
Maybe.
I love the Honored Champion. I believe in his righteous cause. I believe in justice. But what justice is it when a group of people rise up against temples and shatter their windows because they are angry that the gods didn't stop the breaking, that they didn't wink it out of existence? When people, whether they have legitimate gripes or not, blame the gods for what mortals did and did not clean up afterwards. If your child breaks the plate, you don't make the plate better, you punish the child. The gods did not punish us for the breaking. They just couldn't stop it. It was the plate, was us. We were the plate. Don't you understand?
Ozo just blinks.
I have been trying to follow my God in any way I can the last year. I fled for my life from that horrible Madonat. It was beautiful and peaceful until the anti-God movement revolted about 5 years ago, tearing down temples and shrines in rage and frustration that they weren't being given everything they wanted. If you're given everything you want, it's not faith. It's a transaction. It's mercantilism. Faith is believing that the hard times will give way to something better, and you will be better for it. Faith is not easy. You gotta want it badly. And you have to believe that whatever divinity that speaks to you, you have to believe that they will guide you through the dark times. If you give up, you're not fulfilling your end of the bargain. And where's the justice in that? He's just kind of rambling at this point.
Yeah, he's definitely just rambling. I was just gonna think into his mind directly. That it's all very complicated, but there's some things that are simple. And, you know, if you can do things, do them. That's all I mean.
He kind of like,
Sometimes people get scared.
as you speak in his head, he kind of like shakes his head and reacts and says, well, what do you mean I can do things? I don't know what you're asking me. You say there's people at the ziggurat that need help, but I don't know what I can do for them.
I don't know either, but wouldn't it be better to try?
What, they are held captive? They are what? They are enslaved?
Yes. Some of them maybe. Some of them are stoned. Some of them are captive. Some of them are dead but not dead. It seems like a thing you might care about and want to do something about.
Well, I would want to help anyone I could, I suppose, but it's really none of my business. It used to be my business.
Okay. I feel like you decided that, but okay. Good night. And Ozo leaves.
Okay. You leave a bewildered, drunken man thinking about his place in the universe.
I hope he remembers half of this tomorrow.
Okay. The night passes. Eventually, you all come to consciousness.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you all wake up. What do you do?
Yeah, I pick myself up from the sand, spitting sand out of my mouth.
Oh, is it magically the next day?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, there was a long rest there, huh?
Yeah, you all can apply a long rest.
Because I used a spell yesterday.
Selenar used to.
Message? Message is a
Message is a
cantrip.
cantrip.
So
You're right. I forget that
Doesn't matter.
exists.
It is a cantrip.
Yeah, neither Selenar nor I are impressed with the mind speaking nor the shape shifting because we can both do that
Yeah.
with a cantrip.
You don't know my life. I was oppressed.
Yeah,
yeah,
people were
I
scared of
do
me,
think
brah.
you're right. You like had it coming. You like came out to Selenar, and I just like turned into a cat, curled up in your lap, and was like, "Whatever, bro."
You
I
also
wasn't offended.
you also don't know like how Corvuses works. Like
No, not at all. But like, whatever, man.
Provide.
But on the surface, but on
Provide.
the surface, this is really mundane. That's a first level spell.
Yes. Ozo
I
wants
can
to go
do
find
literally
Joyson.
zero magic.
I want to
don't
go
know
find
that.
Joyson and say bye to them too, because Ozo had fun with them.
to which?
Joyson.
Joyson.
Oh, I said
Okay.
goodbye to
Really
him
like
last
me.
night. I don't know if Is their
Yeah.
ship still here?
Oh yeah, it's still here.
They're like asleep on the beach. They're
uh,
waiting for Corey to come back.
Yeah. Which the Captain Joyson, actually, you see him. He's like corralling some of his people with the map Selenar gave him to go and venture forth and acquire the statue of Barl.
Oh. Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh, I have many strong backs on my crew. I'm sure they will be quite able.
Good. You'll need them. He's heavy.
I hope you find a way to
Mind
depetrify
you.
him.
Andra's 3 feet tall. So
Yes, well,
Though a few of us fell under the spell too, I can tell you he is in no pain. If he wakes up, it will be as if no time passes.
well, that is my hope.
Ours as well.
Hopefully, we can find someone to remove this curse of stone laid upon him. And as you're kind of talking, that cloaked figure kind of like stumbles out of the bar. Scraggly beard, like...
Ozo says good morning in his brain.
Oh, stop it.
Good morning, Connor. It is a beautiful day. Does he react to the name? That's what I'm trying to get at here.
He does kind of like raise an eyebrow and... Yeah. I suppose it is. Nice out. And he turns his head and retches off the side for a moment.
Yep.
Oh, it's better now. What's all this?
this is the
They're
delights of
gonna go
shopping.
get their friend.
Oh, okay. Yes, apparently a good friend of mine, Barl, has been recovered, but is petrified as some sort of a statue and whatnot.
True.
Well, Captain, is it? Yes, I'm Captain Turi Joyson, and you are Connor McDonough. Well, Mr. McDonough, it's a pleasure to meet you, but we have a long way to go, and we must be back quickly. Mind if I tag along? If you would like. And he joins up with the group, and you watch as Captain Joyson, along with this Connor McDonough individual, disappear into the forest, into the jungle. Eventually, you find Rudibert, Grand Spark, whoever wants to. He seems to be directing on the beach, like where to put these. This kind of flotilla has appeared of these like large wrapped packages wrapped in like burlap and like wet, like kind of like wet waterproof cloth kind of vibes. And it's being transported up to places on the beach. It seems like it's a process. These massively long like planks and beams of like 30-40 feet long that are being transported out via like a flotilla almost.
Mm-hmm.
And he waves you down and kind of like leaves one of his subordinates to keep running the show for a while. Ah, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Lunin. A pleasure. I spoke to your Renata and Selenar last evening. They seem quite keen on the adventure ahead of us.
Yes, I think we're all a bit excited.
Yes, and they told me that one of your party members, who I've not yet met, actually shares the name of my sister, Andra.
Oh, your sister, you don't say.
Yes, she is off studying with a very powerful wizard at the moment.
Really?
Hmm.
That's fascinating.
Yes. Well, I mean, she's the youngest of us, and it's better than being a bit of bargaining chip for father's ambitions,
That is very true. I know what that life is like.
Ah, well. But yes, it will take us some time to unload and get the Captain Fierceheart her new goods off the ship, where the hull was quite full with this ironwood, but soon it will be here, and we will transfer our monetary gains overwards, and then we will be ready to depart. It should take, well, with this flotilla, it's going to take a little bit longer than usual, so it might take 2 or 3 days.
That sounds good. If it should take that long.
Yes, but I suppose we can settle up what your voyage fees will be. You say that you are all quite useful aboard ship. So if you are willing to work part of the way, and if that Renata fellow plays us a tune for a few evenings a week, I think we can say safely that if you aid in gathering supplies when and where we need to, and otherwise just pay for food, then I think we can call it a deal.
How much would you... are we talking?
Well, assuming it's 3 weeks of travel, I think it would come out to about, well, maybe 3 gold a person.
More than
Looney,
reasonable. Certainly
Looney.
happy to get our hands dirty. Wouldn't be the first or the last time, I'm sure.
Lunin will take out his coin pouch and count it out and hand it over to the captain.
Are you counting out 3 for you or 3 for everybody?
I'm just handling it for everybody.
Oh, well. He kind of puts it in a little pouch and kind of tucks it away. Very well. We will let you know as soon as we are ready to depart, of course.
Sounds good. And lodging aboard the ship.
Well, that's included in the...
I assume it's just the hammocks below ship? Below deck?
Yes. There's not a lot of... it's a merchant vessel, so there's not much in terms of, like, passenger accommodations.
Right. Do you have any passenger accommodations?
Well,
Can I pay you money to get a loan?
there's, of course, I have quarters, and the captain has quarters. Some of the officers share rooms. Smaller bunks, 2 or 3 to a bunk, as opposed to general hammockiness.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure if you had, like, staterooms for passengers.
Well, no, again, we are a mercantile vessel, so most of our space aboard is for cargo.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, I guess we'll see aboard ship. We can stay the night while we're in town, I assume.
Yes, unless you'd like to aid in the unloading of the current cargo and then maybe speed things along.
I believe some of the party would be amicable to that.
Yes, well, whoever desires to may assist, of course. But you are not, you're not required to by any means.
Right, well, is there anything else that we need to flesh out, or?
No, we are quite good. As soon as we get everything set up and Captain Fierceheart is satisfied, we will depart.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay, so unless anybody wants to do anything, 3 days go by.
Yay!
Yay!
Cellar does want to go, and this doesn't need to be like a scene, but I do want to go buy at the general store a fishing rod, even though he has only ever fished on freshwater. He wants to attempt to fish off the back of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how my journaling supply is going, but if I'm like low on maybe with that kind of crap. So, but the important thing is fishing supply, and he was sad that I couldn't trap small animals in the jungle, so some kind of like trap making supplies.
Wonderful.
There'll be
Whatever
lots
that
of
means.
trap on a boat.
No, but he just wants it in his pack.
Yeah, that's a good point. If we
Yeah.
go shopping before we travel, rations would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andra's going to go with Selenar. She is low key. This is a fairly lawless town. She's low key looking for a poisoner's kit.
Great. Make an investigation check. Selenar, you can acquire basic fishing equipment for essentially 12 copper pieces.
Yeah. Almost not even worth writing down, but I will write it down.
Yeah. Which is 1 silver and 2 copper, or however you want to break that up.
Right.
Andra.
1.2 silver.
Yo.
You are successful in finding a what the hell? A poisoner's kit.
Finally found a shady enough store to carry one. Or, got off the fucking boat and found any kind of store.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find out. Regardless, you are able to find one.
Great.
I think.
D&D Beyond says it costs 50 gold.
That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, poisoner's kit. Yeah, you're able to find it. It is a little pricier here. You find it for 60 gold.
I fearfully pay that and stick it in my backpack.
Great. Cool. Great.
I will also attempt to. Does the general store buy things from people?
Sometimes. I mean, they
I'm
do,
going-
but like it depends on what you got.
I'm going to attempt to sell them a scroll of Mage Hand.
They do not seem interested in that.
Boo. Okay. I will tuck it back in my thing. And around this point, it occurs to me that maybe I should be carrying some kind of food. So if they have any kind of travel rations that, because Andra's carrying fuck all for food.
Yeah.
You've just been eating those rations. That's what it is.
Yeah. Rations can be found for 6 silver per day of rations.
Perfect.
So anyone who wants to can do that. Up to essentially, if people want to go in, there's 30 days worth of rations that they have available. You can decide amongst you who wants how many of that, and then pay that.
Great. Does that mean everyone just gets...
How long were we out? Like, between the last time we were here and now?
About 8 or 9 days.
Right, so we're essentially out of rations completely.
Yeah.
Selenar buys 5 days.
Great. I trust you all to figure that out.
Great.
And you can finish it up in Discord. Over the 3 days, unless anybody has like a significant thing that they would like to accomplish. Indeed, Corin reappears with a bunch of crates and like 7 or so helpers who are carrying bushels and bags of stuff. And not long after she returns, Turi returns as well, with Connor and the rest of the captain's crew, as well as a walking, talking Barl.
Woohoo!
Boom.
Who, upon being introduced to you, thanks you all very much for saving him and getting him out and getting him restored to his personhood. And whilst shaking hands with Lunine, deposits his eyepiece. He removes this like monocle that he has that has like a couple different lenses sticking out of it, that you would see in a stone, and like deposits it in your hand. It's not much, but it's might be useful to you, and thank you for getting me out of that situation.
Welcome.
Yes. If ever you need anything on the healer's eye, you let me know. I'm going to sleep in a hammock tonight. It's going to be great.
Lunine's gonna put on the monocle.
It's very interesting. It's one of those ones that is like a monocle, and then it's like got the covering on the one side on the periphery, and then it's got like.
Is it like a jeweler's?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
The day kind of wraps up, and you learn, Lunine, that this is an eyepiece of arcane revelation, and you can add that to your inventory. Yeah. Eyepiece of arcane revelation. And you all successfully have completed whatever in here, and you are sent word that it is time to board the Unbroken Bow and head to Hessian. So you get on a rowboat with a couple of the crew members. Get on up. And Rudibert welcomes each of you on board. And then gets... Andra, are you doing anything?
When it is my turn to get on board, I'll just take off the hood of my cloak and go, oh hey.
Andra! Sister, what the hell are you doing here? And that's where we will end tonight's session
Passage on your check.
of Newly Forged. We will end it there. Congratulations, you are all level 5 now.
Woo!
As you depart for Hessian and parts unknown. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. We'll end there, and we'll be back next week on Tuesday the 10th. And it'll be great. I hope you all had fun this evening. I hope you all had a good time. It was more of a role play episode, but
Sorry.
what now?
It's a role-playing game.
It is a role playing game, so get over it.
It is a role-playing game. Yes.
I'll tone it back. I get the message.
Yeah. No, it's you all did.
I went for it too tonight.
You all did wonderfully tonight. I think it was great. I think you all did wonderfully. You all made very powerful choices and decisions.
Boom.
Boom. So, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you, Taco-san Mashu and Ives Got It. We'll come back next week with level 5 characters. And maybe some people will be making some interesting choices along that way. So we will come back to see that. Let's go around, say our goodbyes. And if you want to, you can be like, yeah, I'm going to level up in my class, or I'm going to level up in a new class, or whatever you might want to do. Feel free to give a tease if you would like, or not if you don't. I'll figure out who we're going to raid this evening. We'll start off at Selenar.
Oh, hello, I am Jeff, been playing Selenar, the elf druid, and he will just level a druid level, because why not? I'll be back next week. It'll be a good time.
Very cool.
On the boat.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill more shark and crabs, because we would hose them now.
You would absolutely hose them now.
Yep.
But maybe there are bigger things in the deep.
Super shark and crabs.
Mecha shark and crabs.
Where shark and crabs?
Oh no.
You know,
Don't-
I love when you guys give me prompts. This is great.
God.
Shark and Orca.
Just trying to one up each other, and the
In a
DM's like,
homebrew campaign, why would you mention homebrew monsters that Jared could just...
Create out of whole cloth.
Did you say Terrasac shark and crab?
Oh my goodness.
The shark and rask. The most dangerous creature.
Can you imagine? Oh no.
Tarask.
They Tarask where shark and crabs.
Doom
Like
on the
as-
high seas. That's the next episode.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
they make
Well,
it.
thank you, Selenar. Renata, we're up to you.
Hey, it's the boy Renata Soul Angel, and with the words of the manager rolling around in his thoughts, you will most likely see Renata dip into another level of Warlock.
Ooh, which is also when you get to select your class, because you're the only one who hasn't taken a subclass yet.
Is that
Loser.
Wait, is that level 2 Warlock or level 3 Warlock? Because I'm only level 1 Warlock right now.
Oh, you're level 1 Warlock. Sorry, I thought you were 2 and
Oh,
2.
you get your
Yeah.
invocations.
You get invocations at level 2, so that's good. Great, so you'll be level 2.
Yes.
Wonderful. Great. I love it. Next up, we got Ozo.
Hello, I'm Ozo. And also Amber. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with Ozo. Probably Monk, because Monk's badass.
Fair enough.
Monk
You gotta get to at least 5th level.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Success.
Listen, it's that extra punch.
Did you get a 1-2?
'Cause you
It
get
is.
two
It's the
attacks
extra
per
punch and
action.
it's the stunning strike.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dope monk shit.
That's right.
It's going to be right cool. Then we've got Tanner, or Lunine, rather.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I played Loon. so tired. What's happening? I got distracted by dope monk shit. Oh right, level 5. I'm gonna swing it. Shit.
You're gonna swing at more shit. I love it.
Yep. And more
Checks out.
attacks because I need more.
All the attacks.
Yes.
That's what I love about fighters. They just keep on swinging.
Yep. 3 attacks per turn. Action surge.
More stabbing.
It's gonna be
Yep,
great.
More stabbing.
Then we've got Corvus, our changeling rogue.
Who is currently suffering from a hangover. But yes, Changing Rogue played by Matt. I
3
am
day
doing-
long. 3 day long. Fuck.
I
3
mean,
day later hangover.
at 30.
Oh.
He was
those
drunk enough to show us his true face, so.
Right. It has been 3 days, so no longer a hangover, but there's still he's wearing a cone of his own shame, I guess. If I can illustrate that. Still to this day. Yeah, he's a Phantom Rogue, and he's gonna take another level in Rogue because you're not gonna see anything else Phantom-y until level 9. So I need to get there at least.
Fair enough. Very cool. All right. Next up, we've got Andra.
Hey, I am Sarah. I have been playing Andra. I think I might take another level in rat catching.
Sure.
Who am I kidding? Level 5 in wizard means I get to blow shit up, and
Yep.
Better to
Super
kill the
excited.
rats with.
yeah,
Yep.
Listen,
super excited.
one way to kill the rat is to burn the whole house down.
I didn't ask how big the boat was.
I
How
cast
big are
sink
the
everything with
rats?
fire.
How big are the rats?
Wonderful.
Why do you ask?
Well, wonderful.
And we are newly forged, and we have a YouTube channel and all that good shit.
Indeed.
Oh.
Yes. Well, thank you all. Yes, indeed. You can follow us on Blue Sky, on YouTube, on Threads, Instagram, whatever the hell all that is. And you can join us next week. I've been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Newly Forged. We're going to raid Ardent Melody tonight. They're playing some D&D over there. They have a cute little setup, so let's make sure to hop in this raid and let them know that they have been newly raided. And we will see everybody here next week, June 10th, at 7 p.m. Thank you all so much for being here. And happy Pride. Support your local queer, whatever. I'm gay. Give me your money. That's what Pride is.
Or whatever.
As long as they're farm
Or
raised
whatever.
and organic.
Yeah. Support your organic queers.
Help them crowd surf.
Yeah. They need to get to the front of that concert. So thank you so much. And we'll see you next time. Until then, bye everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Don't be a dick. Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.